It's different. Yeah. Fuck it, I'm stuck in my ways. Paper is all we about, nigga. All that beefing for the lame dudes. They just be running their mouth, nigga. Had me call a Brook and Rumble. Had them grimy niggas run up in your house, nigga. Cannon all up in your mouth. Ugh. Rick James on your couch. Whoa. Cheddar bang with the cloud. Oh, Barry Blue with the account. Oh, only losers talking down, but looking up to me when I come around. That's why I got the crown. These dudes ain't ill, rapping they frail, nigga. That shit I can't feel, lacking the skill. I'm sleeping on rappers like Bill after the pill, yeah. Fuck is on your mind, boy. Came back to put you niggas back in line, boy. Get a good looking niggas on your side, boy. Oh, bitch, niggas, whole click a bunch of tomboys. God, Staten Island, yeah, it's mine, boy. I ain't trying, I just do it on the side, swear to God. How y'all in the booth all day and still playing catch up? You ain't even got a job. Defeat these niggas in my leisure. Beastin', rest in peace when I'm on that feature. Beastin', he's rapping, the Mac, I let feed him. Niggas G'ing him if they saying they seeing him. See me and my niggas one of a kind. Probably why everybody be so mad at us all the time. I ain't aiming at nothing, I'm just detonating the bomb. It's a brand new line since we messing with niggas' mind.
Fuck around and have a Billy in a Pico. Just a Rego for a grip. Leave a nigga stitch on the lead low. To me, you niggas is fruit of the loom. They keep it brief though. We on leave a nigga reformed. I ain't meek though. See all of my niggas riding in the streets though. None of us ain't doing Willie. Start up on you like a hilly. I'm up in the semi, no bluff. It'll lift a nigga up. Try to tell the niggas that I be the one with the wave. Got a little shorty with the pose. In the stage, all my niggas black and with the white. A bunch of renegades. You ain't with the action on my life. You niggas just a rage. You ain't gotta act on with the shits, nigga. Messing with the flow, cause about how I flip, nigga. Stepping up the medication, get a dish, nigga. Barry with the bat, just hit me when you need a hit, nigga. Known back, I'ma knock it out the park. CBS is lighting up the dark, you don't wanna see the spark. Pop a nigga, let us see the twirl. You can have the Allen, nigga, I'ma need the word. Known fact, I'ma knock it out the park. CBS is lighting up the dark, you don't wanna see the spark. Still gon' do it, give a fuck about who do it first. You can have the Allen, I'ma need the universe.
I create the way. These niggas riding around it. I create the way. These niggas riding around it. I create the way. These niggas riding around it. I create the way. These niggas riding around it. Yeah. Fuck it, I'm stuck in my ways. Paper is all we about, nigga. All that beefing for the lame dudes. They just be running their mouth, nigga.
Me and my niggas one of a kind. Greatest of all time. I create the wave. These niggas riding around it.
Boom shakalaka. You already know the vibes. It's Who Run the City. Knicks versus Nets. T-Time, Big Fan, Breezy.
Yeah.
You already know what it is. If you in the building, press like for your boys. Get your share on.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yo, listen, we need that shit, man. We share too much to mess up. The algorithms locked me out, and I got, you know what I mean? He thought I was doing something different. So y'all sharing is that much important. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Yeah,
And
but we here though. What's shaking, man?
shit, man. A lot of things. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta give it to. I forget who was talking spicy. It was a Knicks fan. He was like maybe Fraz Taz. He was like, I bet you that the Knicks get to the championship before the Nets, and y'all did. Y'all got to the Summer League championship. It was a loss, but you know, shout to the Knicks fan vloggers that was right about getting to the championship first. You know what I'm saying? Shout to Angelo Blue in the building. You know what I'm saying? Let them know Angelo in the building. Shout to all the Knicks fans that's here, man.
You would know all about losses in championships since y'all never won in a championship, so you would know all about that.
Right. Touche.
Yeah. Don't come up here try to talk slick, man.
What happened to your guy? He was nasty work, 2 for 11. What happened?
Let's not act like we ain't see your guy shit the bed a few times last season. So chill out, bro.
I don't know. Cam Thomas called fourth quarter winning time, man. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, man. Y'all keep saying Grimes is better, but y'all guy was 2 for 11. I don't know what's. I don't know, man.
He is. I guarantee if I do my Googles right now, I could find mad games where Cam Thomas was like 1 for 10, 1 for whatever. Because I remember us talking about those games. So chill out, bro. Stop acting like your guy.
I'm just saying. I don't want to start the show you saying that Grimes is better than Cam Thomas. Like I'm kind of. I hear what y'all saying, but at the same time, it's like after the championship, it's like I don't know. You know, is he better? And crunch time, fourth quarter, you see what Cam Thomas do when it's crunch time for Quentin Grimes. What do we do?
If Quentin Grimes led the Knicks Summer League to the championship, did Cam Thomas do that? Nah, he didn't. He didn't lead them to no championship. He was home watching Quentin Grimes play basketball. That's what he was doing. But he's supposed to be so much better. He's supposed to, and your rookies from last year is supposed to be so much better. Wasn't they playing summer league?
Don't do that.
Why didn't go to no championship, bro?
DDJ better than Deuce McBride. I feel that. I think from going in the second year, DDJ gonna be better than Deuce McBride. Cam Thomas and Quentin Grimes is closer. I give y'all that.
But you know what I'm saying? Deuce was in a championship. Where was DDJ and Cam Thomas? You think they better? Where were they? They were home. They were home watching on TV.
Okay.
Like, damn, we could have. I wish we was there. I wish we had a chance to win a summer league championship ring. I wish we had a chance.
Yeah.
But they didn't. They were home.
Yeah.
So chill out, bro. That's what I'm saying.
No
chill
doubt.
Out, pump your,
we was 3-2. We was 3-2.
Be humble, sit down, bro. In the words of Kendrick Lamar, be humble, sit down.
Nah, I'm just saying, you asked me how I wanted to start. That's how I want to start, man. It's nothing but sriracha, man.
Listen, and you had to get checked real quick. That's all. Yeah,
I'm saying.
You had to get checked. Real quick.
Like, I just want to start saying as well that I know most times as a Nets fan, the odds number-wise, as far as Knicks fan and Nets fans, I'm always, for the most part, outnumbered. You know what I mean? But I don't care. You feel what I'm saying? Like, even the other day, I went in a Twitter space, Papa Left, he like a famous Knicks fan or whatever, and I went in there and I was causing chaos in Papa Left's Twitter spaces, you know what I'm saying? But he was cool. He gave me some advice. It's something that I was getting into, but regardless, he was, you know what I mean? He was a dope fan, dope Twitter spaces, you know what I mean? But the numbers, fans-wise, yes. I never said that we run the city, the Brooklyn Nets run the city because we have more fans than y'all. No. I said we run the city because we just won more games. We tied it, and then we swept y'all, and then, we got the lead now. So that's why I'm saying we run the city. You know what I mean? Hold on, let me. I'm saying, like, that's it. Other than that, I have no spicy talk. I see what y'all getting into, but
and we hear you say that corny shit, and then we give you all the other reasons why y'all don't run the city. You said you don't.
How is it corny to have more wins?
I'm saying because it's more than just that. It's more than just that. You feel me? Like you want to simplify it to the only one thing that you have an advantage on and ignore all the other things that the Knicks have an advantage on because you have the advantage in one thing. That's not how it works. That don't just because you have the advantage in that one situation does not outweigh everything else that's happening, bro. Like that's the part that you don't understand.
Bro, I'm saying you mean outweigh. I'm just saying when you put it on a scale, since we weighing things, when you put it on a scale, you look at the history of what the Knicks are and what the Nets are. I even post this on the page the other day. Like it's a rivalry, bro. Like anyway, y'all just could get the upper hand. Y'all made sure not New York City, but the Knicks made sure that the Nets didn't come here. It's always been a rivalry. I'm not changing nothing, bro. All I'm saying is
we didn't make sure y'all didn't come here. Y'all did came here, and then y'all had to roll out.
Because y'all didn't want us to play. You know what I'm saying, in New York City, like
y'all tax. That's the thing that you got to stop getting misconstrued. We charge y'all tax to play in our market the first time y'all came here. You feel me? Yeah, you had to pay to come and step. Like, bro, it's
y'all blocked us from getting here.
No, we didn't. Y'all were here. So that's why y'all had to pay the tax. That's the reason why y'all had to sell Dr. J, because y'all was here and y'all had to pay the tax. It's like you on a block, you move and work, somebody come and set up shop on your same block. Either you gotta pay tax or you gotta bounce. Like, what are you talking about?
Yo, listen.
You feel
and
me?
Again, y'all disassembled our team with a Dr. J. He's the centerpiece of the Nets. You know what I mean? Like, what is the Nets without? You know that he's on the team, but if you ask about all the other players, you don't know who they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the ABA was, like far as you know how they build a brand around a player. That's
Wait,
what the
hold on.
ABA was
So
doing with
you really
Dr. J.
are you really blaming the Knicks for your organization being broke boys? That's what you're doing right now?
Nah, we was
No, that's what
building
you're
up.
doing. No, that's what you're doing. Because
Nah,
you
I'm not
saying that
saying that.
you say you get the words that literally just came out your mouth, the exact words. Y'all dismantled our team. We didn't tell y'all to sell Dr. J. We told you to give us our bread. Y'all chose to sell Dr. J. Y'all could have probably found some other ways to make the bread, but
I
y'all
don't know. I don't
chose to
know.
sell Dr. J. That's your decision. All we asked for was our money. So don't so that rhetoric of we dismantled y'all team, that's cap. That's cap. So yeah, chill with that cap, bro. That's cap. We didn't dismantle anything. We asked for our bread. Y'all decided to sell Dr. J. Let's get that
Yo,
straight. Y'all
real
tried to give
quick.
him to us, and we was like, nah, we good. We want our bread.
Yo, real quick before I forget, I want to say shout out to the NBA. They gave ABA some players. They gave ABA players some money. This is supposed to be retro. It's supposed to have been done. It's like, they doing something that they were supposed to have been done, and now they're doing it. So shout out to them. You know what I mean? It's a good look for the NBA. It's a good look for the ABA. It shows you care, and that these guys mattered. The ABA mattered. The merger mattered. It's not like these guys were just players that didn't influence basketball. You know what I mean? They influenced the culture. The ABA had a heavy influence before the merger. You know what I'm saying? Having to create the NBA. And I think, the Nets had a big part of that. You know what I'm saying? Because 4 teams came. You know that. It's us, the Spurs, Denver, and Indiana. And the Spurs is the only team that won it. But again, not to segue and go into a whole bunch of stuff, but shout out to the NBA, you know what I'm saying, for doing that. But yeah, man, what you want to talk about, man? What's going on?
I mean, ain't the only thing that's going on in Knicks world is Donovan Mitchell talk right now.
Oh man.
And I'm kind of over it, but whatever. Yeah, I mean, if he comes, he comes. He don't. Pause. That's crazy, right? If he's a Knick, he's a Knick. If not, whatever. You feel me? I just don't want to give up the whole team to bring him here, and that's my stance, and it's been my stance. You feel me? Like the rumors. I was just on Knicks Ish last night. We was talking about it, and we was talking about how some uh, uh, reporter or radio host from Utah was saying that he was getting text messages saying that the deal is done already. They just waiting to finalize some stuff to report it. But a lot of times that be capped too, because everybody act like they got the inside scoop. You feel me? And they don't really be having an inside scoop. But he had Twitter in a frenzy yesterday, man, when he dropped that news. Guys was on 8-hour, 10-hour spaces all day waiting for the news to drop. It was wild, bro. It was a wild time. It's a wild time
No,
for Knicks fans.
I got out of there. I went to Twitter. That's all I seen was Nick Spaces looking for and waiting for Donovan Mitchell. I got up out of there, man. I went and did some push-ups. You know what I'm saying? I just did something else with my life. You know what I'm saying? I continue my life. There's so much Nick's Twitter heavy with this Donovan Mitchell. Like, I
Bro,
don't know.
I go in the spaces sometimes. I be there for maybe 3-5 minutes, and then it's on to something else.
Yeah, I'll be back.
All right, because I got better things to do, and bro, like I just don't know how they do it. But yeah, man, that was going on too. And then yesterday I was also talking about on Nixon Ish, how the media is mad at the Knicks for not inviting them to a fan event for Jalen Brunson and his welcome into the Knicks. So like the mainstream sports media is tight, and I spoke about that yesterday, and good for them. They did like it's a fan event, bro. Why would the Knicks invite y'all to a fan event so y'all could ask questions about Spider? You feel me? Y'all wasn't coming they wasn't coming to celebrate Jalen Brunson be a Knick. They were coming to ask questions about Donovan Mitchell, bro. That's what they was coming for, and they tight that they didn't have the opportunity. It was good, Marlon. Eric, I see you in the building. Word. Yeah, they weren't coming to ask questions about about Jalen Brunson. They was coming to ask about Donovan Mitchell, and that's why they weren't invited. And it was a fan event dedicated to celebrate the fact that Jalen Brunson's a Knick. Why would they set Brunson up on a day that was meant to make him feel special, for him to feel less special? Because all reporters gonna want to do is talk about Donovan Mitchell. You feel me? So that's what's really going on in Nick world right now. You feel me?
Yeah, I mean, from the outside looking in, shout to Marlon. I seen him on the pull up. He's a Nets and Knicks fan. So I won't dance. I won't do this dance. I'm just saying that to say, when it comes to the Knicks looking at their roster, I see y'all going in the right direction. To be honest, I think y'all be more competitive. Contrasting, I go back and I look at the clips, the videos we used to do, and look at the predictions you and Kev used to make. You know what I'm saying? Or just other Knicks fans used to make, and as far as roster construction and going into the next season, and how confident y'all were getting the pieces that y'all got. Going into the fourth seed, like y'all were the fourth seed, and then y'all went into the next season with high expectations, and then y'all got the roster, and then it went from fourth to whatever place y'all went. But now going from, you know what I mean, just roster wise and just going off the summer league, y'all going off of what happened in roster wise, y'all see yourself in that mix again. See yourself easily being in fourth or fifth. I'm hearing 3 to 5. This is what I'm hearing after y'all got the gentleman sweep in the playoffs by Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm hearing. And I'm like, thinking about that mix and how the Knicks fit in, and if Donovan Mitchell, like, does it put y'all in contention mode immediately like the Brooklyn Nets or not? You know what I'm saying? That's how I looked at it, because with the roster y'all got, I would say y'all building in the right direction. But if y'all don't win a championship, y'all not necessarily a win now team for this season. You know what I mean? Stop me if I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? But it looked like y'all going in that direction. Y'all expect to make the playoffs with the roster y'all got, but not necessarily a championship team. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. That's how I look at it.
So with the way the roster is right now, I mean, literally right now, I got us at 6. You feel me? 6 seed. If we trade for Donovan Mitchell, depending on what we give up, because me personally, I don't see the front office giving up 6 first-round draft picks and 3 young players. You feel me? I just don't see them doing it. So if they get the 6 first-round draft picks, they probably get like Evan Fournier. They probably get like Evan. If we give up 6 first-round draft picks, they probably get up like Evan Fournier and maybe Derrick Rose, and give him Cam Reddish just for shits and giggles, right? But if we give up that kind of a offer for Donovan Mitchell and he come to the team like that, yeah, I got us in like the top 4 with Donovan Mitchell with this current roster, and only giving up Evan, D Rose, and Cam. Yeah, I got us like in 4th.
So y'all can. I mean, if y'all add Donovan Mitchell, are y'all competing for a championship? That's what I'm asking.
It depends on the development, man. Like, we still got a lot of guys, bro. Like I will, as of right now.
Scared.
Ain't nobody scared, bro. Chill out.
Yo, if y'all get Donovan Mitchell, y'all not a championship team.
No.
Like,
again, if you stop talking and let me get through my thought process, you can hear what I'm trying to say, instead of trying to cut me off and try to put me in a position to make a prediction that I don't believe in. Like, you do that all the time. Like, chill out, bro. So like I was saying, it depends on development, bro, because we got a lot of young players on our team. As of right now, the second best player on our team is only 21 years old. You feel me? 21. You feel me? Like, he's not yet an all-star. You feel me? Like, it's still a lot of development. You got to see the growth of the team. Like, none of those guys are from on our team, except for Julius Randle, were considered last year like top tier players. You feel me? So you got to wait for the development. Like, I can't tell you that, oh, Donovan Mitchell comes so quickly is going to be a 20-point scorer, that RJ Barrett is going to automatically jump up to 24 points a game. Like I can't tell you that. You feel me?
No, I'm not
So,
asking you to
so,
predict. I'm just
so
saying, like, what's the
I
expectations?
told you already.
I
That's what I'm
heard
saying.
you.
You listening?
Bro, heard you. You answered the question, but
So
that's what I was saying.
so you go there. You go. What? Y'all not a championship contending team? No. You feel me? No, because there's a lot of teams in the East that's still really good, and I think that are better than us. Like I think the Boston Celtics got better. If Brogdon could stay healthy, that's a problem. You feel me?
But if
That's
the
a
question
problem.
comes from respectfully, you saying y'all being in the top 4 teams, and I imagine the top 4 teams is going for a championship.
Not necessarily.
No,
Most of the time you don't consider the 4th place team a legitimate threat for the championship. You feel me? It's a really good team. It's a really good team. But the top 2 in each conference, those usually the ones that you like, yeah, these guys are the ones going to.
No, I broke that down percentage wise when we did a pod before.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, so 4th place to say that we contenders, like no. Maybe not that year, maybe the next year or the year after we add a piece or two. And you got to see how the team plays together. Like they didn't even I'm not putting them in championship contention, and I've never seen them play one game together. That don't
No,
make sense.
what I'm saying is, like, hold on. He said if the Knicks, just shout out to Jaffe Joe. He said if the Knicks get Mitchell, he put y'all over the top into serious contention for a chip with that current roster y'all got. I feel the same way. Let me speak to that real quick. And again, the only reason why I'm mentioning it is because, like I said, I broke it down percentage wise, and the top 2 teams win the NBA championships. Number 1 seed and 2 seed win the championship majority of the times. But there's a gap. The number 1 seed, it's a gap between 1 and 2, a huge gap of maybe like 60%. And then the 2nd seed wins that percentage of the time, maybe 20%. And then the 3rd seed, like the Milwaukee Bucks, when they beat us, they won. But that rarely happens, like less than 10%. And then the 4th seed is like less than that. You know what I'm saying? Then it just get real micro. But I only mention it to say, you being a Knicks fan and all, if you in it, then you in it to win it, because the Knicks went to the finals from the 8th seed. I bring it to and for that reason, and
how many times that happened?
The play in is for the league to be more competitive.
Since you want to bring that up, how many times has that ever happened in the NBA, bro? Like,
I don't know how many times.
How many times has the 8th seed ever beat the 1st seed?
I think maybe twice.
Let's not even talk about going to the finals. I'm just talking about getting out the 1st round. How many times? It doesn't happen often.
No, I'm not saying it does.
My point that I'm trying to make is that you can't say that, oh, but y'all made it to the finals one time from the 8th. No, it doesn't matter, bro, because that was lightning in a bottle, bro. That doesn't happen often. You feel me? So what I'm saying is that I still feel like we haven't seen none of these guys play together. We don't even know what the roster going to look like if the trade happens. We don't know who's leaving, who's staying.
Shout out to Joey.
Word. Shout out to Joey and Barry.
Shout out to Barry. Shout out to all y'all.
So we don't even know what the roster would look like after the trade. So I'm not making none of those predictions. Like, we don't know who's staying, who's going. We never seen these guys play together. You feel me? So I'm not going to be like, oh, yeah, he puts us immediately into the finals. He's never been to the finals. You feel me? Like, he's never been there. He's never been to the Western Conference Finals. Like, he's never been there. He's never done that. So I'm not going to say that this guy who's never been someplace before is going to come here and take us to a place that he's never been off rip.
But let's start there. Who runs the team with the current roster? Who's the leader of the Knicks right now?
Still Julius Randle. Hold on.
All right.
Yo.
Julius Randle. I call him Senate Candle Randle. He play like a sandal. Senate Candle Randle play like a sandal is the leader of the Knicks.
Yeah.
Does that make
guess
sense?
What? Listen, Kyrie's still on your team, and that's Mr. Invisible Man. He ain't never on the court.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. Let me go get my kid.
All right. Shout out to Kalia. She's my favorite Knicks fan. You know what I'm saying, of all time. And yeah, you know, I'll leave it up on a good note with the Knicks fans because of Khalid. Respectfully. Let's get into the comments until tea time get back, man. So Joffrey Joe says, so if y'all give up all y'all picks and y'all get Mitchell straight up and don't lose nobody, y'all not a contending team. Talk about it. I didn't say it. Joffrey Joe said it. He just so happened to be a Nets fan. But let's get into it. If they, in my opinion, they got a lot of draft picks, and it's just to answer your question without my opinion, right? Yeah, but this is for him. So I will wait till he get back for him to answer it. But what I will say to that is I think Mitchell on the Knicks is a big move to say that we want to be in the playoffs next season. They went to the playoffs, then they missed the playoffs, then they added Jalen Brunson because y'all been complaining about a point guard since y'all traded Mark Jackson, who led in assists, and y'all want to ask him to be y'all coach, knowing damn well that y'all deserve to give him an apology until he's already laid out the red carpet and they say, thank you, Mark Jackson, for being the best rookie with the most assists ever come to our team. We apologize for trading you. What were we thinking? We didn't think we would have bad karma because, I don't know, I won't put bad karma on it. I'm just saying, y'all complained about not having a good point guard for a long time. For a long time. And I see y'all trying to make it right with the Brunson situation. Shout to y'all. But y'all always think that the moves that y'all make, they don't got no bad karma. Y'all be like, oh, ain't no bad luck, ain't no such thing as that. I can't do something like that and think that the NBA gods don't see this. Y'all better understand what's going on and explain the tea time. It ain't Randall team. How is it supposed to be Randall team? It's Randall team, Randall Sino Candle. He's supposed to lead French Fry Phone Gang. Did he lead those guys? No, he ain't lead them nowhere. He ain't the leader. He ain't the leader. A Senate Candle can't lead a French Fry. What is we talking about? Yo, stop calling me Nick Fan Bracy. It's gonna get spicy. Yo, y'all better get Tea Time back in here, man, before this show go left, man. Yo, this show is now called We Run the City. We Run the City, the podcast. We swept them. You know what I'm saying? Get them straight work. They don't want no smoke. I don't care who on they roster. They better get Shuttlesworth. You know what I'm saying? Denzel better play the daddy. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Brunson ain't. They trying to make it seem like Jalen Brunson and he Jesus Shuttleworth like Denzel. Nah, man, what's going on? What they trying to do? What's going on? They got involved because of tampering. Now I'm saying they was trying to say what's going on. Now I mean, I don't know. I ain't saying that's what it is. It's just, coincidence. And maybe it's just a coinky thing. I ain't the one to be doing none of that. You know what I'm saying? Joffrey Joe said throw the number on the screen. That's a fact. We finna do that. He said Nate Robinson is their last point guard. That's RJ team. Laughing out loud. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man. All I mean is they could go on and on about how they sell more tickets to the game. Y'all, come watch us, the Brooklyn Nets. If I had it like that, I would go to games in the Garden when the Brooklyn Nets played the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to go to games at the Barclays. Like when we played, you know what I mean? And that's what I'm trying to do. We're gonna try to put something together where, at minimum, we won't just get y'all random games. You know what I'm saying? We'll get you the Brooklyn Nets versus the Knicks games. We could try to get you guys 4 games a year. You know what I'm saying? If you like something, hit that like button, man. If that's something y'all interested in, then let us know. You know what I'm saying? We could always try to make sure y'all go to the Knicks versus Nets game. You know what I mean? And we build it up. You know what I mean? Y'all could tune in from the game, hit us with a live stream. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we in the building. I don't know, man. If you like something, hit that like button, man. Let me know. But yeah, man, I'm gonna try to be more active this season. Way more active. Jaffe Jaffe Joe said, "I don't ever want to step foot in that trash ass garden." That's funny as hell. Yo, man, I think at the end of the day, to hear Sean Marks in a press conference say that we won that game when Cam Thomas had 16 in the fourth quarter is because the Nets fans didn't give up on the Brooklyn Nets in the Garden is part of the reason why I would want to go. To see that, to be there, that's history. They witnessed history. They witnessed Cam Thomas, a rookie, going against the better player in Quentin Grimes, right? He's the better player. Yeah. Quentin Grimes, the better player. And yeah, he got better defense and all-around play. I respect it. But at the end of the day, this all-around defense got an all-around sequence. Step back, three, tween, swish. You know what I'm saying? Cam Thomas giving Grimes work. You know what I mean? So, I'm just saying that to say it'll be more of that this season. You know what I mean? I'm going to always look at the rivalry between Cam Thomas and Quentin Grimes. When they're on the floor at the same time, I'm going to always want to see what's going on with those two. Because Quentin Grimes is always getting called the better player, but when they was versus each other, I seen Cam Thomas had a better game. And it looked like he had a better season last season. So, the Knicks got the Summer League. But okay, at the end of the day, I'm saying clutch gene, Cam Thomas got it over Quentin Grimes. When it's winning time, you could get a ball to Cam Thomas and get a bucket. When it's winning time, you could give it to Quentin Grimes and get a clank. A clankety clank on a clank. 2 for 11, nasty work. Stop playing with me, man. Stop calling me Nick Fan Breezy, man. I got straight sriracha for y'all fans, man. Jaffe Joe said the same place where owner kick out former NBA players and legends that wore their jersey. The same place that Spike Lee spent wild bread to support the team, even made the fame of around the team part of what he do, and all of the stuff far as Glory is concerned, how he feel as a fan, but how he respected in that building, that garden. What they got in that garden? That's a rotten tomato. It's supposed to be apples in that garden. What kind of apples? That's a sour apple. Shout out to sour apple. You know what I'm saying? But yo, man, I'm saying all that to say, man, listen, man. The Garden gotta respect the fans. Ain't no fan like Spike Lee, man. Yo, man, listen, bro. Y'all got a lot to say to Big Fan Breezy, man. A lot of stuff y'all be saying about, you know what I mean, how I'll be doing stuff, you know what I mean? And like I said, I only cause chaos to y'all Knicks fans, man. To let y'all know y'all should be uncomfortable no matter what your roster is, you know what I'm saying? Like,
my fault, y'all. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, I was speaking nothing but friendly things, man.
Nah, you wasn't. I know you was up here capping. You was in here capping. Listen. I already see corny jokes in the comment. The Garden don't bloom no flowers. Ain't nothing ever.
I ain't see that joke. I want to see that.
Ain't nothing ever happened special in the Clays. You feel me? That's the second round center.
Wearing black and white.
That's the second round center. I go to the second round. I wear black and white because I go to the second round to die. That's what happened. That's the second round.
Let me just read the comment, man. He said, who run the seat that even Spike showed up at the Clays in the black and white.
He didn't. He was wearing blue. What are you talking about? He was wearing blue for the Brooklyn Dodgers.
You said this one already. You said this one. Yeah, you said that garden don't bloom no flowers. Ouch. Let's get into that though.
Jaffe, listen, bro. Spike showed up wearing Brooklyn Dodgers paraphernalia. He's rich enough to buy Nets gear if he wanted to, but he's from Brooklyn. He's a Bed-Stuy kid. You feel me? He showed
but he would love to see Brooklyn get a championship in his heart.
Nah, not before the Knicks. I know that for a fact.
Maybe not before the Knicks, but a championship, Listen,
and that's up to him. I'm not. Listen, all I know is he be at the Garden way more than he be at the Clays, and that's all that mattered to me. Because
nobody's questioning his loyalty. Shout to Spike Lee. I seen him and I asked him in person. I was like, yo, I think I said something in nature like, yo, you don't want to support the Brooklyn Nets because you from Brooklyn or something like that. It was at the 25th anniversary of the movie Do the Right Thing. Hi, Kalia. You know what I'm saying?
Hi.
That's just, yeah, man. Yo, man. So, yeah.
He said, how you believe Spike Lee been a Knick fan all his life, bro? And then they had him on ESPN a while back, and it was like no, it wasn't ESPN. Was it ESPN? I forgot what show. He was somewhere being interviewed, and it's like, yo, man, how long you gonna hold on to being a Knick fan? And he said, until my last orange and blue breath. You feel me? That's real right there, bro. That's real right there.
I respect it. Yeah, I'm not questioning his loyalty.
Got a lot of celebrity net fans that's only fans when star players is there. You feel me? I remember he was making such a big deal about Travis Scott being at a playoff game. What happened? Why Travis Scott wasn't in Brooklyn this year? You feel me?
What you mean? Why you from Brooklyn? Like Travis Scott?
No, but you, Big Fan Breezy. I remember on this very show was bragging and boasting. Oh yeah, we hot. Travis Scott was at the playoff game. Travis Scott at the playoff. He was in the clays. We hot. Where was he this year?
I ain't seen Travis Scott, man. Shout out to Travis Scott.
Because just celebrities, just like a large part of your fan base, are only fans. I think we got one in here, Barry. You feel me? Are only fans of the Brooklyn Nets when their favorite player is on that team. You feel me? And Barry's one of them. Barry's my guy, but shout out to Barry. He when KD leaves, Barry's gone. He's wherever KD going. You feel me? And he said as much.
Yeah, I respect it. And I'm telling you, when I was doing, how you go from group to group to share and all of that, the pages that are favor of the player opposed to favor of the team are bigger pages. Like KD as a player is bigger than the Brooklyn Nets. LeBron as a player is bigger than a lot of teams. You know what I'm saying? So they kind of, for lack of better words, idolize players or look at them in a bigger light than they do a specific team. You know what I mean? So there's more fans to players than it is teams. So to be loyal to a team is second to fans being loyal to a player.
Nah, only front runners, man.
So you think there's more fans loyal to a player or a team?
Real fans is loyal to their team. You feel me? No matter who's on the team.
No, I know real fans. I'm asking them more or less.
Casuals and front runners are fans of players. You feel me? People who are front runners. Sorry, Barry. People who are front runners and people who are casuals are fans of players. Real basketball fans usually support their team. You feel me? And I'm not saying that there's not. Thank you, baby. I'm not saying that there's not exceptions to that rule. There's exceptions to all those rules, all rules, right? But for the most part, the real fans are fans of their team. You feel me?
Yeah.
He said Breezy got like 5 teams. That's hilarious. He says you like posting comments up.
Nah, I post all the comments. Nah, I got one team. Yo, I'm telling you, I got one. Let me speak to that since he said my name. I got one team. Do I like other teams? Yeah. But to be like the fanfare of a team, nah, Brooklyn. And it's really, I'm telling you, it's really because like Brooklyn really ain't had nothing. Like a lot of us don't claim the Knicks as our team, being from Brooklyn. Some do, but some don't. I'm part of the some don't. No, I'm saying I'm part of the some don't.
You said a lot, and I'm telling you the a lot word is cap.
Okay, the a lot, see, the more or less. Okay, well, me. I never really like no, like just a regular like I'm doing with the Brooklyn Nets. Nah. Nah, man, I never even loved basketball the way I do until the Nets moved to Brooklyn. Like I love basketball, but the fact that they moved to Brooklyn made me love it more. Yo, man, if you like something, hit that like button, man. Watch us on YouTube, please.
Shout out
And
to my guy
subscribe.
Marlon switching over real quick to check us out on YouTube. You heard?
Yeah,
Make sure
man,
you press that
appreciate
like
that.
button over there, Marlon, for your boys. You heard?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but yeah, man, I like. That's all I'm saying is that once KD go, half of your fan base is gone too. So there's that. You know what I mean? There's that. There's gonna be more discounted seats in the Barclays. You know
When
what I mean?
when I broke down what KD did for the Brooklyn Nets since he got here, he played 90 games and he averaged 6 assists. This
90 games in 3 seasons. That's horrible.
I know. And that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, like, yeah, we got love for KD, but we want him to call it home. We don't want you to have us on edge about you leaving. We want you to call Brooklyn home. Don't give up on us. We're not gonna give up on you. And I think the priority was making sure that we made sure he was good before he came back out and competed.
He already gave up on y'all.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a problem. You know what I mean? But I think he's gonna iron things out.
He already gave up on y'all.
Nah.
He already gave. Ask him
he's still
for a
on
trade.
The team. Like what can I say?
He asked for a trade. That's giving up on y'all. You feel me? He's only on the team because the team couldn't find a suitable trade that they liked for him. You feel me? But if it was his decision, he'd be gone already. He would be on the Suns playing with Chris Paul and Devin Booker, trying to steal another championship from the NBA. You feel me? That's what he would be doing. He gave up on y'all already. It's a wrap. He said, "Get me out of here." He walked into the owner's office. He didn't even go through the proper channels in the chain of command. He walked right past Sean Marks in the hallway, looked him up and down and said, "Chump," and walked straight to Joe Tsai's office and said, "Yo, get me up out of here.
All soliloquies.
Get me out of here."
This is an emphatic soliloquy.
Yeah, this is what you do. This is what you do. I'm giving you a taste of your own medicine. This is what you do. He walked right past Sean Marks. He walked right past Sean Marks, looked him up and down, and said, "You jive turkey." Walked to Joe Tsai office.
Yo, Angelo said he gave up on himself.
Walked to Joe Tsai office.
Next man is not playing with KD.
Get me out of here, bro. I don't want to be here. This is not where it's at. The Brooklyn Nets is not cool no more. I want to go to the Suns and play with Chris Paul and Devin Booker. You feel me? He gave up on y'all.
You
don't
know
want to
that
be in that no more.
You know what? But I think what's going to happen is, at the end of the day, this is where we draw the line in the sand from GM to superstar player. What I learned from all of this as a vlogger and a fan is, yes, GM and superstar should work together about who should be on the team. But GMs should never bet the house, per se, on what a superstar wants. Because you know the lack of the coaching department. And I'm only saying that to say adding KD and Kyrie wasn't wrong. And we had a better chance at competing with the roster we had before the James Harden trade. So that's the line in the sand that I'm discussing. Is Sean Marks if he pushed back then, he wouldn't be going through this trade talk with KD now. And the first time Sean Marks did push back is now. And the first time he did it, KD asked for a trade. And I think he should have pushed back earlier to have prevented this. Even if KD stays, KD made his point. You feel what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, this could have been resolved without the media. And I think Sean Marks needs to learn from this situation on how to deal with superstars. You keep in contact with them, you prioritize them. Even if they want to say that they were distant, and if y'all did not speak to each other, don't let it be because you didn't prioritize your superstar. Yeah. Even though he only played 90 games or whatever, it's just arrogant to see him compete at that level and not prioritize him. So I think this could be a lesson for for Sean Marks and the Brooklyn Nets. So yeah,
Sean Marks need to be fired, bro. And I'm gonna keep on saying that because I saw you talking about it too, you and Barry. They're saying that the hiring of Steve Nash was nothing to do with KD, it was all Sean Marks. Yet
Mhm.
proving why he's trash as a GM. You feel me? He had a whole opportunity to go get Tyronn Lue. You feel me? They had a whole opportunity to go get Ty Lue, but you settle on Steve Nash, bro. Sean Marks is a trash GM. Fire that man, bro. He's ruining the Brooklyn Nets, fam. He's ruining it. The ship is sinking because of Sean Marks, bro. Like, I need to fire that guy. There's no reason why Tyronn Lue shouldn't have been. And if Tyronn Lue was the coach of the Brooklyn Nets, I guarantee that y'all probably had at least made the Eastern Conference Finals. You feel me? At the very least, y'all would have made the Eastern Conference Finals.
But that's what I'm saying. Speak on that. I want to speak on that because I did a spaces the other day. Just that element of coaching and how one coach can have the same team and be more progressive. Why is that? What is the coach doing to make this same roster, not changing the roster at all, but the same roster? Why is this coach better than that coach? And I did a spaces on it. You know what I'm saying?
Because they actually know how to coach. It's just that's the simplest way you could put it. Is because they actually know how to coach. There's mad. I mean, because
it's elements, it's layers to it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. We could talk about that all day because you're talking about coaching adjustments, rotations. You're talking about knowing when to call a timeout to kill momentum, how to galvanize your guys and get them motivated before, during the game. You know what I mean? All that is a part of coaching, bro. Knowing when to sit a player, knowing when to bring them back in. Like, all that is a part of coaching, bro. And Steve Nash don't got none of that, bro. Sean Marks is trash for hiring him. And I found out that I didn't even know y'all had an opportunity to sign Tyronn Lue until the whole information came out about Steve Nash being solely a Sean Marks signing. You feel me? And I was like, y'all had a chance to get Tyronn Lue, and y'all went and got Steve Nash, a guy that you trying to win a championship. You have a guy that with championship coaching pedigree already. You feel me? And you telling me you're not gonna go get that guy? You're gonna go get a guy who's never coached the NBA basketball game. I'm talking about never coach. I'm talking about not even assistant. Not even assistant. I could understand if he had 4 or 5 years of assistant coaching underneath his belt, and you'd be like, yeah, we're gonna give him a shot. He didn't even have that. And you chose that guy over Tyronn Lue.
Right. No, you got to remember when the decision happened, because it was a surprise to everybody, even the fans. They was like, yo,
I'll be back.
All right. When Nash got here, they was surprised, like, yo, wow, how he even deserve it. Okay, you picked him, but why does he deserve it? And like we discussing, he had no accolades. I said all that to say, excuse me, our ace in the hole, it's not a secret now because I know about it, is Brian Keefe, bro. Brian Keefe was an assistant coach with the OKC, and part of the reason why Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Westbrook was drafted by OKC. Brian Keefe was a defense coordinator for OKC for 7 years. He did some defense coordinator work, he was the assistant coach, either one of the two or both, with the Knicks. He moved around a little bit more after that, and now he's an assistant coach with the Brooklyn Nets. I'm saying all that to say, with him being close with KD and seeing KD improve as a rookie, and I hear T-Time and other Knicks fans say about how he's 34 and his game going to change, and he had his prime, or he'll be declining soon, or if not now. And I'm saying that to say Brian Keefe is the perfect person to work with KD. You seen KD drafted as a rookie. Part of the reason why KD was drafted as a rookie. One of the biggest things that Sean Marks did far as redemption, coaching-wise, because even I feel with him and Nash having such a great relationship, such best buddies, that he even knows Nash needs help. We should have won that game. I can't believe we lost that game. I can't blame the players. They gave it all they got. I think even him, he's not blindsided, but he's not going to, in my favor, put Nash in the front office and, get a new head coach. But adding that new defense coordinator, Brian Keefe, I think is going, and having players like Royce O'Neal, I'm thinking that's how you say some of KD and the KD and a Brian Keefe's influence, because he was a defense coordinator. One of the first pieces we got was a Royce O'Neal, and he's known for defense. Ben Simmons kind of getting into changing the identity of the basketball team into a defensive one. I'll lay the plane saying that. Brian Keefe is changing the identity of the Brooklyn Nets to making it a defensive identity. And going forward with the Brooklyn Nets, we're going to be a better defensive team. We were ranked at 20 last season. I think with Brian Keefe, as the assistant coach, I think we'll be in the top 10. I'll lay the plane saying that.
Steve Nash still the head coach, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He still have control over the rotation, right?
I guess. Hopefully he takes some advice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Y'all still gonna be ass on defense, bro. Because it's all about who he's gonna end up playing. When y'all hit those games and Ben Simmons can't hit the side of a fucking barn, he's not gonna keep Ben Simmons on the court because of his defense. He's probably gonna put Patty Mills' ass back in the point guard position, and y'all gonna get smoked on defense. You feel me? Steve Nash is a horrible coach. Steve Nash is a horrible coach, bro. Royce O'Neal don't get buckets. You feel me? Like y'all need two-way players, bro. Y'all need guys that can contribute on the. That's why y'all not signing Bruce Brown was dumb to me. You feel me? Because y'all need another guy who can impact the ball game on both ends of the court.
No, but that's the thing. He ain't got no handle. He can't create his own shot.
Bro, he wouldn't need to because you have Ben Simmons now. Ben Simmons is a real point guard, bro. Like Ben Simmons was averaging like 8 assists a game, bro. Like you got a real point guard. You don't need him to create his own shot when you have a real point guard. You feel me? But when he got the ball in his spots, he was effective. You feel me? When I'm talking about Bruce Brown, he was effective. Royce O'Neal can't do nothing. He offensively, except for stand behind the 3-point line and shoot. You feel me? You take that away from him, he's going to be ineffective as an offensive player. Bruce Brown took major strides as an offensive player last year. Major strides. You feel me? Like Royce O'Neal ain't do that. Royce O'Neal ain't never averaged over 10 points a game his whole career. You feel me? So now,
but that's the thing. I think our offense changed. It's not going to be heavy on the wing as in the Bruce Brown scoring.
So now your offense is still heavily reliant.
Thank you, Choppy Joe.
Is he going to get PT? Y'all saying y'all got this guy, but Steve Nash hasn't played him. You feel me? Steve Nash didn't give him no PT.
Yeah, no, I agree with that though. I think he will get PT.
So what I'm saying is your offense is still going to be too heavily reliant on KD and Kyrie. You feel me? Like, don't do that. Ask me to help you instead of doing that. Because you're going to bust that thing and it's going to be ink everywhere. Do you need help? Then bring it to me.
That's true, Jeffrey Joe. He did.
Yeah.
He was. Bruce Brown was. He was. But I think we go in a different direction because defense. We want to focus on defense. We don't need Bruce Brown to be a better scorer. We don't need to give him the ball more. We need a situation where that guy's happy with the offense that he got, and we need to switch the way we have offense because the difference between the Brooklyn Nets prior is Ben Simmons. You get a player like Bruce Brown and Ben Simmons, yeah, it's good, but you feel like you could get a lot of what Bruce Brown do with a Ben Simmons, especially if we're going to have him running that point guard. So I could understand why they did that, but it'd have been nice to keep Bruce Brown for real.
Bruh, I understand you a Net fan and you got to kind of champion whatever the hell they do.
Bruce Brown do what Bruce. I mean, Ben Simmons do bring a lot of what Bruce Brown do.
Bro, it's different. Like, it's different. What Bruce Brown do. Ben Simmons can't shoot, period. You feel me? What are you talking about? Bruce Brown is become a better 3-point shooter, especially from the corners. Ben Simmons can't shoot. His jump shot is like yours, broken. You feel me?
Oh man.
That's why you champion Ben Simmons so much, because you got Kendrick spirits, non-jump shot having mofos, man. You feel me?
Yo, we gonna get to that too. I seen
Yo,
Ty earlier.
bro,
He leaving.
Don't tell me we gonna get to it, bro. It is the end of July, bro.
Yeah, we not playing in July, bro. It's too hot, bro.
You still. It's too hot. It's too cold. Yo, bro, you got an excuse for everything. You the most scariest basketball player I've ever seen in my life, bro. You refuse to step on the basketball court. If yo, bro, it's okay. You could just say that you don't want this work, bro. You don't want smoke.
I would say that if I felt like that. I will blink twice if I
listen, bro.
Danger. But I don't sense danger and
your
jumper, bro. And you hit that jumper in a pick. I seen your profile pic the other day. I said, look, he still got the picture up there.
Exactly.
I'm gonna give him that work next time he play this game. I know
it was a pick, but you stepped up. You stepped up and you played defense on it. And you got eyed, bro. What you talking about?
I played defense.
You got eyed. You stepped
up.
I
couldn't have been in the picture if I ain't played defense, man. That's what I can say. I was playing defense on that picture. Regardless of playing defense next game.
Regardless if it was a pick or not, you stepped up and you got eyed, bro, for the game winner. That was on you. That's on your jacket, bro. You feel me? And you said you're not scared. Actions speak louder than words, and it ain't been no actions from you yet. It's been 3 months, bro.
May 2nd. That's when it happened.
It's been 3 months.
And yeah, May 2nd.
And we still and you keep soon. You said soon 2 months ago.
Yeah.
So again, if you don't want the smoke, I understand, bro. Just say you don't want the smoke. You feel me? And then
we can get it. I'm gonna pick a date. I'm gonna pick a date.
I could change my. You say you don't want smoke. I change my profile picture. I let everything go. But until then, it's going to stay that way until I make you a new one.
I'm gonna set the date.
It's going my profile picture going to stay that way until I make you a new one. You feel me? And that's what's going to happen. You won't be a new profile picture. You're going to be a new profile picture, bro.
I hear that.
There's no way in the world you won't beat me in basketball, bro. You're not good. You feel me? You're not good.
We gonna see.
I hope you still going outside practicing, bro, because you need it. Your jump shot broke. It's ugly. It's It's atrocious. Ugliest basketball, ugliest jump shot I've seen since Sean Marion, bro. Nasty. It's nasty.
Okay.
It's 3 months later and we still don't have a date, bro, and you still saying soon.
Okay. Yeah. No, cause So, I'm gonna keep it real with you. In May, I wasn't ready. If I came out there, that shit would have been just cause y'all gassed me, put a battery in my back. Trust me. May 2nd, it happened. After that, I wasn't doing nothing. That's a fact. After that, I play around with the basketball, but I haven't played no full contact basketball since that day, man. I was in pain, bro.
No, have I? Matter of fact, I haven't touched the basketball since then.
Listen, man. I'm just being honest, man.
But what I'm saying,
I don't wish that pain on no basketball player, man. Bro, that shit was critical.
I already know what that is. I got a bad sciatica, bro. So I already know what that is. But at the same time, 3 months, bro.
Nah, bro. Listen, some of that ain't even had nothing to do with it, but it was just living life. Keep it real with you. I got 2 days off, or unless you really wanted to do it on my day off. I mean, on my day to work, like we could get up early, I'm talking 12 noon and go play some hoops or something, man.
90% of the time,
I could give you the work before I go to work. You know what I'm saying?
That's cap. There's no way in the world you're gonna beat me in basketball. 90% of the time I'm off the same days you off, bro. So there's no excuse, bro. There's no excuse, bro.
No, Barry. Ty West don't want to be on my team. He said I'm the reason why what happened at the rain game. I'm the reason why we took the L. So me and Ty West can't be on the same team, man.
Listen, man. Y'all both trash.
We Nets fans. We ain't supposed to be going through this. Listen, you and T-Tom supposed to be on the same team because really you just a KD fan and he a Knicks fan, so it makes sense. Me and Ty West not supposed to be going through this.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all both trash, bro.
On the same page.
Y'all both equally responsible for that loss because y'all both trash. Ty jump shot broke too.
This talking is crazy.
Ty jump shot broke. He can't dribble the basketball neither. You feel me? Like y'all just not good at basketball, bro. Ty go to all these tournaments, but he's not good at basketball. You feel me? I give Ty West the work too. You feel me? You saw I put him in a post. I put him in a post. He got me what by like 5? He got me like 6 inches, bro. What he got me? He taller than me, like 6 inches, bro. I put him in a post. You feel me? Put him in the post. Hit him with post moves, man. You know what I mean? You came over with the help defense on the post spin too, and you got work too on the post. You feel me? Like you come over to help on defense, that bucket's on both of y'all. You feel me? That bucket's on both of y'all. And it happened twice on both sides of the post, on both of y'all. And I got the game winner on you, bro. Like,
Bro, listen, I'm not talking spicy. Y'all asking me to pick a date. I'm saying I'm gonna pick a date. That's all I'm saying. And at the end of the day, what happened that day, it happened. I'm not gonna pretend like it did not happen. What I will say is, I'm not mad at you for talking spicy. I'm mad at the fact that Ty West left me out there to say that it was all my fault. Like, this ain't got nothing to do with you. I expect this from a Knicks fan. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. You know what I mean? But Ty West, man, how you gonna do me like that, bro?
Yeah, listen. I see, baby. Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah, Jaffe, I hurt my back, man.
I get off the show, okay?
I took off work after that for like a week. Yo, they really think I didn't have an injury and I'm just ducking smoke for 3 months. Like, that is crazy.
Listen, bro, your back ain't been hurt for 3 months, bro. That's all I'm saying, man.
No.
Yeah. So that's all I'm saying, bro. You keep on saying soon, bro. I got like 3 more gray hairs waiting for you to pick a date, bro. You feel me? I got 3 more. I got 3 more gray hairs.
We're gonna do it soon for sure.
Like, listen, you and Ty West, y'all should not be on the same team because y'all gonna lose every game. Y'all both bad. But both y'all need at least one good player on y'all team, bro, because y'all both bad at basketball.
Yo, listen, I ain't gonna talk spicy on Ty West. You know what I mean? Just because he said all of that stuff, gave y'all, you know what I mean, a whole bunch of how I don't know how to play basketball, and then y'all see the shot don't help when it slipped out my hand and it went backwards. You know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all judging me for that game, I don't want to debate y'all about whether or not I can play basketball.
Listen,
I'm gonna just let y'all go off, and when we go out there and play basketball, y'all gonna say, all right, you said it was a rainy day. Maybe I should respect the fact that it was a rainy day.
Your sound is acting wacky, bro.
I'm gonna go out and come back in.
Yeah, bro. Listen, man, and it wasn't just that day while I'm talking the way I'm talking. Is seeing him, quote unquote, put up shots and practice in the park and seeing his handle and all that. I'm like, ew, he can't play basketball, bro. Like, there's no way in the world that Big Fan Breezy could beat me, T-Time, in basketball, bro. And I'm standing on that. Like, there's no way. You feel me? There's no way.
Yeah,
you sound better. I said, it's not just that day. It's watching you put up those live videos and shooting shots. I'm like, oh my God, he's really bad at basketball. Like, this is not just that wasn't just a fluke that day. Like, he's really not good. So I'm like, all right, that's why I talking my shit, because I really feel like there's no way in the world you could beat me in basketball, son. Like,
no, listen, I'm not even debating it. Like, after what y'all seen, I don't want to debate it. I want to karate. I want to shadow box. You know what I'm saying? I want to turn the lights off and shadow box in the dark. Know what I mean? I want to go to the basketball court, put up 1,000 shots. You know what I'm saying?
You need to
practice when nobody's looking. Get ready. Because I hear all the talking, and all I could do is imagine you playing to back it up. And I'm not coming there to shoot back with shots. You understand what I'm saying? I'm coming there to play basketball. This is for Brooklyn. And even more the emphasis on why I'm going to say we run the city if we win this game. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. I definitely want to do it. I remember I was kind of, in talks with you. We were talking about the barbecue and everything like that, and us playing it together.
Yeah, life got crazy, son.
Yeah, no. But respectfully, I think before the summer, we could definitely link up and play some basketball at minimum. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a fact.
Word. And also, while you was going to get cleared, shout out to my favorite Knicks fan in the world, I was saying, far as games this season, let's me and you try to promise them just the Nick and Net games. Like all of the other random games, I don't know if we're gonna be able to do that. You know what I mean? But I was saying I'll wait till you get back so we can talk about it.
Nah, what real talk, man. Like I'm down with that. We definitely gonna do some more raffles this season, especially the city. Oh, yeah, definitely the city games. But y'all gotta support them raffles, man.
Yeah,
support them raffles, man. We really taking our own. We ain't got no sponsorship or nothing. We taking our hard-earned money to send you and somebody else that you rock with.
Hard-earned money, man.
Word, sending you and somebody else you rock with, giving y'all a chance to go to a game. We're not even charging y'all crazy for the raffle tickets. You feel me?
Word.
Like we could easily be like, yeah, $30 a raffle ticket. We like, nah, we making them affordable so you can enter more than once, so you can increase your chances of winning. You feel me? But y'all really gotta help us support these raffles, man, when they come up next year.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
I'm not gonna keep on taking a loss. I tell you that much.
Listen. And what I will say is this, right? To me, and I imagine T-Time as well, it's vital, it's relevant, and it's important that y'all go to these specific 4 games between the city games, because it builds our brand. So respectfully, it builds our brand and it builds the fan base and the culture of what we doing. We benefit from it in a sense with the promotion. You go out there, you at the game. I'll try to get you merch. I'll set up a situation where you got on a Who Run a City hoodie or Who Run a City hat or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Put you in a good situation, a package situation where, as a fan, you understand that we appreciate. We don't mind giving back. You know what I mean? Like T-Time said, though, we need some support. For us to give back, we need the support to give back. But that's how I look at it. Y'all go to the game and y'all can stream live while y'all there. And, we can that's fun. To me, that's fun. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the winners last season, Uncle Said and JJ Jackson. You know what I mean? Yeah, we sent them to games last season. You know what I mean? And that was dope. You know what I mean? And they looked like they enjoyed themselves. Yeah, that's a fact. Let's get fast. We definitely gonna try to get a 5-on-5 before the summer out. You gotta wait for Big Fair Breeze to stop being scared to play basketball.
But while we talking about it, what 5-on-5? Because when it comes down to it and y'all get a 5-on-5, you can rely on me to be there. That's a fact. Yeah. So what I'm saying
it's gonna be Knicks fans versus Net fans. I don't want no Knicks fans on my team.
Who? Me?
It don't matter because you trash, man. So I'm not even worried about that.
Barry will pull up. JJ.
Jaffe look like he could play a little bit. You feel me? Like he looked like he got
swag. Taz asking, so he'll pull up. Raymond.
Yeah.
I know a bunch of fans. Ty pull up. I think it'll be the 10. I think we could get the 10.
Yeah, Kev gonna be there. You feel me? Like,
yeah.
I ain't worried about nothing. You feel me? We coming out with that W again, no matter who it is. You feel me? The ratchet still work. I don't care how long I ain't played basketball. The ratchet still work, bro. The gun still be like that thing still locked and loaded, ready to pop off, bro. Like I don't care if it could be 9 years, it could be 20 years, bro. I'm gonna shoot. And that's what I'm gonna do, bro.
Listen, I'm gonna play defense. That's what I do. You
gonna get odd again, bro.
I think Kev scored on me one time, like 1-on-1. There's no points on me for real. Bro, like off a pick, off a
because like you was
something like that.
Like you was complaining, it was nowhere for nobody to really run or make moves or dribble crazy.
I was being careful.
So that's why. Bruh, first of all, your handles is trash. You wasn't shaking nobody. You feel me? Even on dry ground. So me and Kev realized that early. So we was like, all right, we gonna set these picks and we gonna get jumped. Just because you and Ty ain't got no teamwork, you feel me? Y'all 2-man game is boo-boo just like the rest of y'all game. Don't be mad at me and Kev for knowing how to work the 2-man game. You feel me? And the ratchet was working. You feel me? The ratchet was working.
Yo, Barry be talking spicy, right? Yo, Barry be talking like he play for real. Nah, he talk like he play. He talk like he play basketball.
He do. You feel me? He do.
So I want to see Barry out there. You know what I'm saying? Yo, man, again, man, shout out to all y'all. I don't want to I don't know how to thank y'all enough. It's like 9 people in the building. Y'all like sharing. I see y'all putting the likes up there. So I'm up there with the visuals. So I appreciate that. But ain't no basketball until October. So I want to give a 1,000 thank yous to all the fans that pulled up. Yo, T-Time.
Yo,
T-Time, Jaffe Joe said, you said call up after 9?
yeah.
All right, cool.
Not after 9. I put the wrong time. Y'all could call up now. My fault.
Yeah, so
That's my
right.
bad. Y'all can call up now.
Right. So yeah, man, we gonna get heavy into the chat, man, with the call ups. Call up, man. Y'all with us in the off season. Ain't no basketball. Y'all, yo, call up, man. Talk y'all shit, man. You know how it go, man. Knicks versus Nets, who run the city, and say who you think run the city when you call up. You know what I'm saying, then let's get into some. Let's talk. Word, but again, man, until y'all call up. Yeah, man. I'm not going to duck the smoke. We're going to actually play basketball. I don't know if we're going to have an event. I don't know how it's going to play out, but I know it'll be dope.
I got another idea for the event. It's not going to happen this summer. It's not enough time. But if things work right, I got another idea. You feel me?
All right.
It's going to be in the indoor gym. You know what I mean?
Okay. I'm with that. I'm with that. Yo, man, I like what's going on, man. I like what's going on since we started doing this, we don't miss a beat. We at it every week. You know what I'm saying? Nah, that's my new slogan. We don't miss a beat. We at it every week, man.
Even if I'm not here, shows still go on. I mean, shout out to Kev, Team Knicks to Ishville, always filling in for the guard when I'm not around. I mean,
I was watching an episode with Kev when you had called up. And I was like, look, T-Time, he calling from a plane right now.
Oh, yeah. Word, because you was capping.
and T-Time was like, Kev was like, that's what bosses do. So, and then you was talking his shit.
Yeah,
man, it was fun, man. We've been keeping it going since we started. That means a lot, man.
Man, you know who run the city, man. The Nets run the city, man.
Yo, Jaffe, I'm gonna stop picking up the phone for you. Call capping like that, man. What up, bro? Talk your shit.
It was good, buddy. Nah, I was just tuning in, man. I was seeing the ball was chopping up there.
Yeah, we appreciate you on the tune.
Shout out to Jaffe, brother, on the call up. Yeah.
You know
yo,
that, man. We gonna play outside, man.
Now we definitely gonna get a game in before the summer out. But
yeah.
I'm planning something for when the season going too. You feel me? We're gonna be in the indoors on that one. You heard?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Now, I wanna ask you because something from earlier. You said Donovan Mitchell is not gonna put y'all over the top.
Nah, maybe not the championship team yet. Nah. Nah. See, I think the word contender get used loosely, bro.
Yeah. Let's talk about it.
So when you talk about contenders, you talk to somebody who has like a high percentage chance of winning a championship. I have us with Donovan Mitchell on the team, this is just the best case scenario in the trade for us is giving up Evan Fournier, Derrick Rose, and the draft picks. That's the best case scenario, right? With him coming into the team with that roster, I think that we will be 4th seed. You feel me? Because I still think that Boston is still better than us. I still think Milwaukee is still better than us, and and Philly, and that not so much whole team wise. It's just the star power on that team outweighs ours. You feel me? Like you got top 5 players on all 3 of those teams. You feel me? All 3 of those teams is a top 5 player because Jason Tatum is clearly a top 5 player in the NBA now. You feel me? Like,
so what's Randall?
Randall's not, Brad. Randall's top 20.
So you saying far as
top 20,
yeah, Randall's top 20. Now he asked me what about Big Fan Breezy asked me what about Randall. I said Randall's top 20. I said
so your best play, the leader of your team is a top 20 player.
Huh? Wait, hold on. Y'all both talking at the same time. My fault. Go ahead, Jaffe.
I said whenever we're and Breezy talking, I can't hear. So you gotta tell me what.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to relay the message. That's why I responded with top 20. I think Jason Tatum. All right, I'll take it back. He's not a top 5 player, Jason Tatum. He's a top 10 player. You feel me?
Yes, I like it.
Yeah, he's a top 10 player.
Because you said over my top 5. At that performance, he finals can't be top 5.
My fault. You breaking up a little bit, Brody. What you said?
I said now with that performance he had in the finals, he can't be top.
Bruh, listen, man. We seen a lot of top 5. We seen top 5 players stink it up in the finals, bro. You feel me? So that's but he was killing most of the playoffs. The reason why they got to the finals is because of him. Like no
Because
Jason
of the
Tatum.
adjustment by the coach, making him the point guard.
Huh? Wait, y'all both.
I feel like they got finals more so because of Jaylen Brown.
Nah, Jaylen Brown has some good games, but I'm talking about like Jaylen Brown took on more of the scoring duties, but Jason Tatum took on more responsibilities overall in a game. You feel me? Like against Brooklyn Nets, Jason Tatum was guarding KD most of the time. I mean, they switched between him and Jaylen Brown, but for the most part, it was Tatum. Tatum was the primary defender on KD, bro.
Scheme throughout the whole playoffs.
I'm happy.
He had Horford on them, then he had Tatum on.
I mean, because they switched. You feel me? They switched, but when it came down to it, the primary defender on KD most of the time was Jason Tatum. You feel me? That was in today's NBA. Is you rarely see one guy stay on one player. You feel me? Like because everybody switched so much. You feel me? But when it came down to it, when it was matched up, it was normally Jason Tatum on KD. You feel me? And I'm just saying, period. Like I'm getting shot. We getting sidetracked from the overall conversation of this portion. It's like, yo, I'm just saying that he was getting more responsibility than just scoring. Then like Big Fan Breezy said earlier, he was giving point guard duties at one point.
Yeah, coaching got them there.
You feel me? It's like, so that's why I'm saying like he's a top 10 player because he's right next to me right here. Look, over here. He's a top 10 player and he's the reason why the Celtics went to the finals. I'm not taking away from nothing from Jaylen Brown because Jaylen Brown was doing this damn thing. But when you talk about overall responsibilities between the two, Jason Tatum had more responsibility. It's hot.
I agree.
Yeah.
I want to. So you really think the Knicks the 4th seed with Donovan Mitchell?
Yeah. Because like,
wasn't they the 4th seed like 2 years ago?
But every other team, mad other teams in the East got better. You feel me? Mad other teams got better. You feel me? Like Boston is way better than they was when we went to the 4th seed. We was higher than them. So go to the bathroom, baby.
And then you said right. This Julius team, like what?
It's still hold on. I'll be back. I'm gonna answer that. Hold on. Let me do something.
Yo, you know, I can't hear Jaffe Joe on the phone, but you know, he said, I don't know what the question was. I was kind of
stop ducking smoke, man.
Yo, nobody ducking smoke, man.
Nobody ducking smoke. So boom, what I was saying about Julius Randle. Now the question was on the roster as is right now. Who's the number 1 guy on the team? And it's
RJ.
That's Cat.
What?
That's Cat. Like what makes
Yo, bro, Julius making tablets out of people's hands. Your leader.
Bro, listen, man. First of all, I've seen worse things happen in the NBA than a tablet getting smacked, man. Like, chill out. Like, y'all blow that out of proportion, bro. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, he can't be a leader because he smacked a tablet. Like, get out of here, bro. But
that's not the characteristics of a leader.
So, and what I'm saying is, we talking about basketball talent.
Send a candle.
Julius Randle is still the best
Send a candle tendency
on the New York Knicks right now, bro.
Yes.
He said he got scented candle tendencies,
I
man.
personally think R.J. Barrett is better than he got this way deeper bag than Julius Randle.
Bro. What's not
They don't know
got
who
more
team it
upside.
is, man. Like they don't know what. Like they don't know. I asked them, yo,
First of all,
they don't know what's going on.
Julius, first of all, I'm not once have I ever seen any team, and I love RJ Barrett. You feel me? Let's not once have I ever seen any team guard RJ Barrett the same way that Julius Randle was getting guarded all season. The whole team collapsing into the paint every time he touches the ball. You feel me? That's never happened for RJ Barrett. And the crazy part is RJ Barrett getting all this praise for his performance last year. Julius Randle's getting all this flack for his performance when the shooting numbers were identical. They both shot 41%.
Yo, bro, Julius Randle is not what you think he is. He played next to Kobe, couldn't get it done.
Bro,
he's
first
not.
of all, he was a
bro.
Yo, do you realize what you how
Talk
ridiculous?
to him.
Do you realize how ridiculous what you're saying?
What you gonna say? Because he was a rookie?
Bro, he wasn't his rookie year.
He
got
was a
hurt the-
cookie.
Let's not do that because I will cook you, bro. Chill out. Yo, so what I'm saying is this, right? His rookie season, he played 2 games and broke his leg. Oh, 1 game. He broke his game the first game.
But he was with the Lakers for more than 1 season, bro.
And he played with Kobe for like 1 year, bro. What are you talking about?
Man.
He played with Kobe for like 1 year. You talk about he played with an old Kobe Bryant.
Like, old Kobe that was averaging like 25 points.
He wasn't the same, bro. He wasn't scoring. He had a few games where he dropped like 50. He had a couple games where he dropped.
Bro, didn't he drop like 60 on his farewell game?
He did, but he was still clearly not the same Kobe Bryant. And if you saying that he was, you're bugging, bro. Like that take that you said is crazy.
He didn't have a team around him. He was the same Kobe.
Yo, bro, he said, my man said he played 1 year with Kobe Bryant and he couldn't get it done. That was his second year, essentially really his first year in the NBA. And he's like, oh, he couldn't get it done. What are you talking about?
I know what he's talking about. The fourth quarter, y'all fold. Y'all gave up 45 leads last season.
Bro.
You know that?
He's not what you think he is, though, man. Like, he's not, bro.
First of all, what did I say he is? I said that he's the best player on the team right now. RJ Barrett, as of right now, is not who you think he is. He's not. They have the same exact shooting numbers. What are you talking about? They both average 20 points a game on 41% shooting.
So big on Julius Randle,
listen. See, this is the problem, bro.
Those numbers, though.
You can't understand what I'm talking about if you every time I say 2 words, you try to talk over me, bro. Like, we never gonna get no understanding there, bro. You feel me? So now what I'm saying is I'm trying to give you actual stats and facts on why what you're saying is wrong. And every time I get to that point, you try to talk over me. What I'm saying is what you're saying is RJ Barrett is better. Kalia, I am doing something. You have to wait. I'm doing something.
He's trying to save you from this work, man.
She said do from this work. She hear me barking on you. Trying to save you. You don't like when I get this aggressive. You feel me? So
I'm ready to
what
cook.
I'm saying is this: you ain't ready to do nothing. Chill out, man. You ain't even ready to play basketball. How you gonna be ready to cook?
I'm ready to cook.
So what I'm saying is this: they both shot 20%. I mean, they both averaged 20 points per game last season on 41% shooting, less than 30. I'm not less than, around the lower 30s in 3-point percentage. It's like almost identical. And when I say that Julius Randle is still the best player on the team, is because
how much you want to?
Julius Randle leads the team in rebounding, leads the team in assists. You know why? Because he's tasked to do those things because nobody else could do them. Nobody else on the team could do those things. Huh?
How much you want to bet next season? How much you want to bet next season? Tom Thibodeau, when it's time to close the game, RJ Barrett gonna be closing the game and not Julius Randle.
Talk to him heavy.
That's cap. We could bet whatever. That's cap. Though.
Unless y'all get Donovan Mitchell.
That's cap.
Talk to him heavy.
Whatever you say, right? That's cap, bro. That's cap.
Yo, can I speak to that?
The crazy part is y'all telling me about Knicks basketball like I don't watch every game like 2-3 times, bro. Like I know.
I
I'm
love
good.
RJ Barrett, and I think RJ Barrett is a future star. But what I'm talking about as of right now, today, Julius Randle is still a better basketball player than RJ Barrett. And it's, bro, if you can't see that, I don't know what to tell you. You feel me? I don't know how you watching these games. You feel me? I don't know how you watching these games because we talking about a man. We talking about a man that averaged 20, 10, and 5. Only 2 other people in the NBA done that. One of them wasn't RJ Barrett. Y'all act like numbers. You know, the crazy part is y'all only act like numbers are not important when it's not benefiting your argument. Because Big Fan Breezy is talking about.
Let me talk.
He talking about numbers. He talking about you talking about numbers. But
Let
what
me
does he
talk.
don't he do the same thing when you come here and try to throw up how Patty Mills was supposedly having a better season? Wasn't you using numbers to back up your argument? But now
No,
I'm using.
I'm
Now
talking
I'm using
about
argument.
that's semantics. I'm talking about specific what I'm about to say to add to what you're saying right now.
Yeah. Real quick, we about to let Jaffe get off the line, but Jaffe, you got a rebuttal. Go ahead, bro, because we gonna have to let you go. You've been on the line for a minute.
Nah. I think more numbers than you, but I'm about a potential standpoint. Like,
we were talking about right now. I'm not talking about potential. I'm talking about right now.
Reach his ceiling. I feel. You feel me?
That's a whole different argument. That's a whole different argument. That wasn't the argument we was having right now. The argument we was having about right now who's the better basketball player, and that's Julius Randle.
Oh man,
I feel like RJ better basketball.
As of right now, that's not true. You feel me? But yo, Josh,
now
you on the call up, bro.
Better basketball player?
Huh?
You want to know who I really think is a better?
Who?
Kevin Durant, man.
Yo, why you still caping for somebody that don't even want to be on your team, bro? He don't even want to be on your team, and you caping.
He's still on the team.
That looks silly, bro. That's like still saying you love a girl who cheated on you, bro. He don't want to be on your team no more, and y'all caping.
Bro, but he can't. Anyone he want, bro. He a Brooklyn Net.
Yo, he is a Brooklyn Net, but he don't want to be, and y'all caping. That's sad.
That's cool. That's cool.
That's like being. Yep. That's like you knowing your best friend talking behind your back, but still calling him your best friend. That's sad. Yo, Jaffe, appreciate you calling up, bro. I gotta let you go, bro. All right, what? Yo, go ahead, Big Fan Breeze. You ain't about to cook shit.
What I'm saying is sandal tendencies. Y'all saying all of this about him being the best player on the team. When it count, it don't matter. Y'all dead last for holding leads last season, and if he the best player on your team, he got to be partly responsible. Y'all lost 45 20-point leads last season. That's unacceptable. That has to be, you have to like walk to juniors for cheesecake type of punishment for allowing that to happen in the garden. You make sure those plum tomatoes, those cherries, those berries, and all of the fruit in the garden is blooming the right way. After you do that, you get demoted to the gardener. Know what I'm saying? The gardener, that's what you got to do after you play basketball and lose the lead. At the end of all of the soliloquies, and I'm getting past all that and talking stats, 45 times y'all lost a 20-point lead. That's the problem. In the second half, whether it's the coach putting in players that's gassed or whatever the case is, until y'all fix that, until y'all fix the situation where y'all can't not kill, but y'all can't take the lead by 20 and hold it. For y'all to lose it 20 times, that means y'all just giving it away. It's charity at this point. Y'all just give the basketball away like goodwill. If in the second half, if y'all building 20-point leads 45 times, and to lose it. That's what the net, and one of those times out of 45 was the Nets. Because remember, we came back that game with Cam Thomas and he had 16 in the fourth quarter on your so-called best rookie. So again, forget everything I said. That stat. How does the new roster change that stat for y'all losing the lead 45 times and for 20-point leads?
One time that we're having a discussion, you can stay on topic, bro.
Like, what does that have to do with the fact that me and Jaffe were just having an argument about Julius Randle being the best player on the team? Like,
Okay, let me
like,
tell you. Let me tell you. Let me tell you.
like,
Let
what
me
does
tell
that
you.
have to do with? No, because you just had a whole long.
You asked me a question.
Because it was rhetorical. Because it has nothing to do with what we was talking
Yes,
about.
it do.
Nothing. No, it don't.
He not a killer instinct like
No,
Kobe for you
bro.
to lead that many
Kobe is
times
not on the
and
Knicks.
still
Kobe
lose.
is not on the Knicks. Again, you're off topic.
Randall, he's sending
You're
Kendall
not on the
tendencies.
Knicks.
Sending
You're
Kendall
off topic.
tendencies, man.
Again, me
Sending Kendall
and
tendencies.
the conversation that me and Jaffe was just having was who's the better player between RJ Barrett and Julius Randle. And you went on some tangent about losing leads. Well, y'all lost mad leads too. Shout out to Jaffe for pointing that out. Y'all lost mad leads too. What does that have to do with who's better between RJ Barrett and Julius Randle? Nothing.
I'm saying
Nothing.
it had something to do because y'all made Julius Randle the primary guy. He was y'all number one. I'm not disagreeing with that. And with that, the stat comes that y'all lost a 20-point lead 45 times last season. And if he's supposed to be the best player on y'all team, that's why I asked to connect the dots. Who's going to be the number one guy on y'all team? Because when it was Randle, y'all lost the lead that many times. A 20-point lead 45 times is unacceptable.
It wasn't just because of Julius Randle. It was the lack of a point guard on the team and nobody to organize the offense. Just because you the number one option on the team don't mean you're supposed to be organizing the offense. I.e., look at Karl Malone. Karl Malone never organized the offense, even though he was always the number one option on the team. Jordan's championship teams, even though he was the number one offensive option, he wasn't the point guard. He wasn't the point shooting guard. You feel me? Just because you the number one option don't mean that you're supposed to organize the team. And when it comes down to closing out games, what's supposed to happen is about execution. I don't care how good you are as a player. If your team can't execute, i.e., look at the Brooklyn Nets getting fucking swept in the first round. They couldn't execute when it mattered the most because KD and Kyrie was the one trying to organize the team in crucial situations. They could have benefited from somebody like Ben Simmons playing, who's an actual point guard that can organize the team. Just because you're the number one option don't mean you're supposed to be the guy organizing the offense. And that's when
I know.
And that's why we lost those games. Because in those crucial moments, when we needed somebody to organize the offense and execute offense, we couldn't because we had a guy who's not equipped to be the initiator of the offense.
I told y'all that. I told you Kemba was burger, lettuce and tomatoes.
This is after Kemba wasn't playing anymore. Even after Kemba wasn't playing. So that argument is irrelevant yet.
And Burks, I said y'all shouldn't have signed him again.
You know, Burks was playing out of position. When Burks was actually playing his position, he started to play better more when they started giving quickly more minutes and he was playing more off ball. You feel me? It wasn't Burks. It was the fact that he was playing out of position because we had a lack of a point guard. You feel me? So again, you trying to place blame on all the wrong people. It's the fact that we didn't have a point guard. That's where the problems happen. You feel me? And then
I ain't apologized to Mark Jackson yet, man.
And then we talking about how Randle played bad, but again, Sente Cantu Randle did something that only two other players in the NBA did: 20, 10, and 5. Nobody on your team averaged 20, 10, and 5.
So let me ask you something. This is a real question. I'm not trying to be funny. If Jalen Brunson is supposed to be an adequate point guard, why isn't he the number one guy since it didn't work with Randle?
Because he's not here to come here to score the basketball. You feel me? He can score the basketball.
When I say number one guy, I mean offense run through him.
No, that's not what the number one guy is.
Because Randle ran through Randle for 2 seasons in a row. Am I correct?
Because no, not necessarily. Because when we got so when you say the offense run through somebody, right?
I mean, Randle he played point forward a lot.
I'm gonna let you know what that means. When you say the offense run through somebody, that means they're the first scoring option. You feel me?
Randle,
yeah, that's what you mean. Like that doesn't necessarily mean the person who's creating, like setting up the offense. The number one option, and the term the offense is running through them is that the offense is running through their scoring wise is running through that guy. You feel me? We trying to get him the ball so he can score the ball. You feel me? That's what that means. Now with Jalen Brunson's coming in, his job is more to be of like a floor general, somebody that's going to organize the team, that's able to break down the defense, get 2 feet in the paint, spray the ball out, and help get ball movement. Hold on.
Yeah, I was actually listening to that, you know what I mean? Trying to see where he's going to go with this. Because Randle running the team is a no-no. It's a negative. It's a you don't want that. It's only bad. It can't be good. He did it for 3 seasons in a row. You've seen the production.
Yeah, so back to what I was saying, right? Jalen Brunson's coming to be more of a floor general and help organize the offense and having a real facilitator on the floor. You feel me? That's what a real point guard is. Jalen Brunson could score the ball, absolutely, but that's why he's not the number one guy, because he's not coming here to take over the offense, like as far as scoring wise go. He's coming to be a solid point guard, dish, score when he can. You feel me? And organize the offense.
But that's what I mean by offense. I'm running the offense is facilitating. I mean, Randle.
You know, you said running the offense through them. That's a whole different term. Running the
All right, so let me be specific about what I mean, so we on the same page. I'm saying that when Randle, the officers ran through him, that he decided if he was going to shoot a pass. I seen him playing point forward in the games that I did tune in. That's what I'm saying. And when it come down to Brunson, I feel like, yeah, obviously they see that it didn't work with making.
Hold on.
They see that it didn't work with sending Kendall Randle the point forward. That's not how the offense is going to be productive with the Knicks. And again, I don't get no credit for it, but I said Kemba was a bad signing. He said it was a low risk, high reward. Shit, low risk if not making the playoffs, because y'all missed it 8 out of 9 seasons in a row. So I don't know what kind of risk were you talking about, because the risk is supposed to be a few games, maybe 5 games, 10 games. He's not going to be available. But y'all, far as production and winning wise, I thought, y'all going to that season, 4th seed in first round, y'all was projected to play at that, compete at that same level, and y'all didn't do that. And I was right about those guys, and now they're not there, and Brunson is there. And I'm just saying, I don't see how Randle should be the leader of the team when I think that with Fournier, Kemba, and whoever else, Fournier and Kemba, that was building around Randle opposed to building around RJ. And I thought the point guard was the dominant thing y'all should have looked for last season, and y'all kind of like you said, it was a low risk. But if the biggest priority for the Knicks is a point guard, it can never be a low risk. It has to be a high risk.
What you just said,
y'all taking care.
What you just said made absolutely no sense.
I'm gonna make it make sense.
You can't, because it makes no sense.
If the Knicks' top priority is a point guard, y'all getting a so-so point guard is not a low risk. It's a high risk. Y'all need to get a point guard that plays like a Brunson.
What you said again, it makes no sense. You feel me? Because coming in,
that makes sense.
No, it didn't. So coming into the season,
see Kemba out of there after one season
because it didn't work out. You feel me? Like
it was a high risk.
No, it wasn't.
Y'all missed the playoffs.
Bro, you keep on saying the same thing that don't make no sense, and just because you repeat it a lot, don't make it gonna make sense.
Bro, y'all went from 4th seed to what?
So back, it wasn't just Kemba Walker, bro. Like that's the part that you don't understand. Like you just admitted that you barely watch Knicks games. So don't tell me about the Knicks when you barely watch Knicks games, bro. Like I watch more Knicks. You did. You said when I do tune in, that kind of saying that you don't watch Knicks games like that, bro.
Barely? I seen enough to know that the priority was the point guard.
But anyway, like I was saying, you feel me? The reason why we got Kemba Walker is because of his resume. You feel me? When you look at Kemba Walker's resume, it speaks of what we was missing on the team. Now, where the low risk, high reward comes in is that the low risk is the fact that if he doesn't work out, we can move him easy, just like we did, because his contract was low. and it was a favorable one for the team. That's the low risk. It don't work out, he could be gone. You feel me? We didn't sign him to a 30 million a year contract for 5 years when we'd be stuck with him we'd be stuck with him right now if that was the case. That's the low risk. The high reward part is yo, just because you repeat this, I think you have a major misunderstanding of the term low risk, high reward. That's where the breakdown is coming from.
Because the risk is missing the playoffs, and y'all missed the playoffs.
Listen, that's not what the term means. You can only determine that in hindsight. That's the part, bro. Like, I'm getting frustrated because we have this same conversation, and I don't know what you don't understand about that. You're talking about something that that's a high risk in hindsight after it already happened. I'm talking about going into the situation, making the decision about Kemba Walker. Like, all right, it's a low risk because we don't have to pay him nothing. And if it doesn't work out, we can move him. It's a high reward if we pay him almost nothing and he performs like how Kemba Walker used to perform, which his resume speaks to. You could only say, oh, nah, it was a high risk because y'all missed the playoffs after it already happened. The term low risk, high reward only applies to making the actual decision in the moment, not what happened after you make the decision. It's easy to be like, oh, it's a high risk after shit already happened. What I'm saying,
I bestowed this wisdom upon thee, and bro, y'all did not acknowledge it.
It's no wisdom.
They went from 4th seed to 10th seed.
Bro, and it's not just Kemba Walker, and that's the part that you don't understand, bro.
I'm saying I'm not saying it's just Kemba Walker. I'm saying the point guard was a top priority, and because y'all didn't prioritize it last season, it was a high risk, and y'all got missed.
This is what I'm saying. What you're saying is you're not making sense, bro. You're not making sense because, again, you look at Kemba Walker's resume and then you go, hey, we need a point guard. This guy his resume speaks highly of his point guard ability. So you go get a point guard with an extensive resume like Kemba Walker because you're like, yo, if he could play half as good as he used to be, that would remedy the situation that we have at point guard. So to say that we didn't prioritize it, again, makes no sense because we got a guy whose resume speaks volumes. You feel me? Now, what the risk was, his health. That was the risk.
Exactly.
You feel me? But to say that we didn't prioritize it, we went and got how many times All-Star has Kemba Walker been at the point guard position? You feel me?
But his health was in question. And y'all got roles already.
Again, listen to what you're saying. His health is in question. But again, y'all took a risk on KD. It just happened to work out for y'all. Y'all could have been on the other side too, looking at KD being hurt. Wait, no, it actually happened. He only played 90-something games.
I know. I'm not saying it didn't happen.
So now, boom, that was a high risk. The Brooklyn Nets took a high risk with KD and they lost. It doesn't make sense.
It was a high risk.
It doesn't. Your phone ringing. You feel me? Like, again, to say that we didn't prioritize a point guard is ridiculous. You go and get somebody that's a former perennial all-star. You pay him almost nothing and get him a team favorable contract and be like, yo, we're going to try this. If it don't work, all right, so be it. Because even if he did work out, we still wasn't contender team. We wasn't a contender team even if Kemba Walker did play to the best of his ability. We still wasn't going to win a championship next year. So that's why you're able to take that risk because we were not in a win now situation. So you can take a risk on a Kemba Walker because he'd be like, yo, we're going to see if it work out. If it work out, dope. If not, all right, we could move him. You feel me? We could move him. But to say that we didn't prioritize the point guard position last season is ridiculous. That's why you go and get Kemba Walker. Because if that's the case, we would have just kept Elfrid Payton.
Look, man, I'm saying at the end of the day, I don't see how you can have roles where y'all always got to remember his health situation and then add another player who's going to be your point guard, your starting point guard. So what I'm saying is the roles in Kemba's situation is not even the same because
hypocritical shit that you could ever say in your whole entire life is what you just said. How can we do that? How can you got a guy on your team and Kyrie Irving that barely play and then go get a guy? Then sign a guy. Because if it's true that he was injured from when he came to the Nets and had a back injury, how you gonna sign it? How you gonna trade for that guy that already got a back injury when you already got a player that's only playing part-time, and then you got another guy who's injured all the time in your starting player that only played 90 games in 3 seasons? How you do that? That's hypocritical. How can you
It's not
criticize?
hypocritical. I'm saying it was a high risk. I knew it was a high risk. I'm admitting it was a high risk to add
No.
KD, knowing his injury, his health.
You're admitting it now because it didn't work. You wasn't saying
Bro,
that when it was happening. You
Bro,
wasn't saying that when it was
I knew that
happening.
he wasn't going to play off of the injury from Toronto series with Golden State. All the fans knew that. We knew he wasn't going to be ready for that season. You know, y'all expected Kemba to be ready when he suited up for the Knicks. Y'all expected him so that's not even the same with KD and Kemba. You know what I mean? Because y'all expected him to play. We didn't expect KD to play when he first got to the team. And to be honest with you, a player like KD, even with going into this 82-game season, let's say he stays on the team, I do not expect KD to play 82 games. I would like to see KD play 55 plus games, 65 plus games. Yes, but realistically, I feel like KD is going to give us half the season, maybe 3/4 of the season. We get lucky if we get 60 games out of Kevin Durant. That's how I look at it. So yes, it's a high risk because with Kevin Durant not on the team, we can't replace his output. His the way he scored, the way his presence in the paint. Like if he's not there, and y'all seen that with the losing streak, this is all facts. We can't replace his output. It is what it is. So, but that being said,
it's mainly a high risk because y'all all in on Kevin Durant. That's why it's a high risk. The difference between
we added Ben Simmons.
Y'all still all in on Kevin Durant.
Yeah, we are.
So the difference between that situation and the Kemba situation, we wasn't all in on Kemba. Again, look at the contract and how much we paid him, the years we gave him, how easy it was to move his contract when it didn't work out. That's what make it a low risk because we're not stuck with the guy. You feel me? Now if we went into a situation and it didn't work out and we'd be stuck with him, that's a high risk situation when we have to keep him for years on end, even though it's not working, or have a hard time getting rid of him, or have to give up mad assets just to get rid of him. We got rid of Kemba Walker for almost nothing.
I thought it was to make him miss the playoffs. That's the confusion, the misunderstanding. Is the risk is missing or making the playoffs. That's why I was saying it was a high risk.
No, that's not
because he did not improve your team.
That's not what it was. Now the hope was that he could improve the team. It didn't work out. You feel me? But the low risk part is the fact that we not stuck with him. We wasn't in a situation. Again, the goal is not just to make the playoffs. Like that's not the end all be all. We don't want to just make the playoffs for forever. You feel me? That's not what it is. You feel me? So in a grand scheme of building what Leon Rose said that he was going to build, you feel me? He already gave us a timetable of when we was expecting to be actual contenders. You can take a low risk, like, all right, we're gonna sign Kemba for the meantime, in between time, until we can find something better. You feel me? And then looking into the future, into the crystal ball, knowing what Leon Rose probably already knew 2 years ago, that Jalen Brunson was gonna become a Knick because that's his godson. You feel me? So you can't go, all right, we're gonna sign Kemba Walker for 2 years just until we could get Jalen Brunson.
So I understand. So you saying it's not tampering or nothing like that, even though y'all knew y'all was gonna get Brunson this season.
I'm talking hypothetical. I don't know what that man knew or did.
You know, I understand.
I'm saying that it's hard for me to believe that. It's hard for me to not believe that he didn't know that he had a good chance of getting Jalen Brunson. And we didn't really see an uptick in his game until this season anyway. You feel me?
I heard a lot of Jalen Brunson talk last season as well from Knicks fans.
So yeah, that's true. That's true. But I'm just saying this season, last season, whatever. You feel me? but that's when he pretty much had his quote unquote breakout year so far, right? But it's hard for me not to believe that Leon Rose didn't have his eyes set on Jalen Brunson from when he got the job to be a Knick. You feel me? So again, to go back to my original argument about it being a low risk, I think Kemba Walker was supposed to be more of like a placeholder until we find something better. That's why we only signed him for $9 million a year for 2 years. And then it didn't work out, so now he gone. Easy. We actually trade Kemba Walker with the 11th pick and got more assets back in return. More draft picks, more first rounders. We gave up one first rounder, gave up Kemba Walker, and got more first rounders for a guy who had a shitty year.
So again, I just felt like it was important for the Knicks to go to the playoffs after they went in the 4th seed the season prior. I just thought making the playoffs was a priority. I guess I was wrong. That's all I'm saying.
Making the playoffs would have been definitely great. You feel me? But at the same time, with any plans, there's growing pains and setbacks. You feel me? No plan just goes straight to point A to point B in a straight line. You feel me? Last year was a step back. You feel me? It was a setback. We had a plan, immediate plan. It didn't work out the way that they want, but the overall goal, we still on track for that. And that's my point. You feel me? Like last year was a setback, but for the overall goal, which Leon Rose said in 4 to 5 years, we plan to be contending for a championship. We still on pace to do that, especially if we trade for Donovan Mitchell. You feel me? Still on pace for that. But even if we don't, I still feel like we still on pace for that. We don't trade for Donovan Mitchell. Look at the team still. You still got a rising star in R.J. Barrett. You still got Julius Randle, who's still only 26. No, 20. He's gonna be 20. He's 27 years old. You got Jalen Brunson, who's 25 years old. You got IQ coming off the bench at 22 years old. Obi at 21. Obi at 22. You feel me? You still got Cam Reddish that's a part of the team, another 21, 22-year-old. You got Quentin Grimes, who's a 22-year-old. And all these guys show that they got upside. You feel me? Mitchell Robinson, he's 24, 25. All these guys show that Jericho Sims, another 22-year-old that show he got Harkenstein. I think he's in his early 20s as well. All these guys that show that they could be productive players in the NBA, and they're still very young. And then you add the fact that if we don't trade for Donovan Mitchell and we keep this team the way we are, we still got a shit ton of assets and draft picks that we can trade and use to probably bring somebody else in the future. Our salary cap situation is team favorable moving into the future. We still have interchangeable things that we could do with the team. So last year was a setback, but the overall goal, we're still on pace for that. You feel me?
No, I'm listening. And
that's why Kemba Walker was a low risk, because he didn't deter the overall goal.
Respectfully, bro. All I'm saying is, for that to add to that, it seemed like when the GM changed, that's like a new frontier. Like it's and for lack of better words, a new sheriff in town. When you get a new GM and then you kind of measure the success of the ball club based on that tenor of the GM in said office, front office. So Sean Marks, him being here, I think we've been to the playoffs every time. I think we've been to the playoffs every time since he got here. We might have missed one. I think he's 4 out of 5 thus far. I think we 4 out of 5 when it come to Sean Marks as a GM. 2 what?
Yeah, I missed 2 years.
What, 3 out of 5? Okay, we 3 out of 5. But with Sean Marks being here, they asking him, I don't know if he signed the extension or not, but they asking him to, they gave him the contract to sign it. And I think we are, and I had said a top 4 team, but I gotta, just stating the stats. We were in the top 4 team. We were a top 2 team, and then we just made the playoffs for the the 7th seed. So but again, in the respect that we made the playoffs, but we were the 2nd seed and the 7th seed in recent history. You know what I'm saying? So, and this is, I think I would say under Nash as head coach. We were the 2nd seed, the 7th seed, and going forward, I think we continue to be a playoff team. And part of the reason why, the Brooklyn Nets aren't mad that KD didn't get the trade. So whatever. And going forward, I feel like this is a lesson for all teams. What happened with James Harden production-wise for what we had to give up for that one season? We don't want James Harden back for what the trade-off. If we would have went to the finals with James Harden, or even won a championship for everything we gave up, if we just putting it on a scale for everything we gave up, right? To high risk, low risk, keeping it there. Everything we gave up for James Harden. This is under Sean Marks. That's why I'm saying all of this. And what he did when he got here. Outside of the records, the personal stats, the triple doubles or whatever, we got to the second round of the playoff. We won Game 7, but again, I see he taking the back seat now, but in my opinion, he shouldn't have played through the hamstring. And I understand that's heart and passion, but he shot terrible. You know what I mean? In that said game.
He gave y'all a triple-double in Game 7 on a bad hamstring, bro.
Bro, I'm only saying that to say that when it come down to that deal, Sean Marks been in question and fans been wanting him fired ever since. And before that, you haven't heard a bad thing about Sean Marks. After the James Harden situation, it went downhill. And I think he's pushing back now because he know he was wrong for allowing that, because it gotta be his signature to sign off on that James Harden at the end, regardless of Kevin Durant's reach and his say in the matter. Sean Marks, he signed off on it. And I think, I understand KD pushing back, but Sean Marks, you did well by, you know what I mean, not folding. You wasn't supposed to fold with the James Harden trade, but
this is why Sean Marks is pushing back. I tell you, this is what I think happened. Sean Marks one day was in at the Barclays in his office, whistling a nice tune, a nice melody, and tapping his feet. His office phone ring. It was Josiah. He's like, "Yo, come up to the big boy office." So Sean Marks not thinking nothing of it. He's like, "I got KD and Kyrie here. I'm good money." You feel me? He opens the door. Josiah sitting there with his hands crossed on the table. Sean Marks goes to sit down. He like, "Nobody offered you a seat here." Josiah's secretary come in and offer Sean Marks some sparkling water. Josiah said, "Wait, he don't get none of that." Then he looked at him. He's like, "Yo, you better fix this mess, or you gonna be outside with a cardboard box yelling Showtime, trying to make some change if you don't fix this mess, man. You made this mess, you better fix it, or you gonna be holding up a sign, 'We'll work for food.'" That's what happened. Sean Marks was like, "Yes, sir, boss." He went back to his office, he wept. Then he got a call from Kyrie's agent. Kyrie Irving had his feet up in the crib. They had a conference call. And Kyrie said, "Yo, I want the max." Sean Marks had an instant flashback, That's So Raven moment of him standing outside the Barclays holding that cardboard sign saying, "We'll work for food." He said, "I'm sorry, Kyrie, but I can't do that." Kyrie said, "What? You know who I am? I'm Kyrie Irving. What you mean you ain't gonna give me the extension?" Then he sat there. He had another Sean Marks had another glory tear rolling down his cheek. He said, "Kyrie, I understand your frustration, but I'm sorry. I just cannot offer you an extension right now." Then KD got on the phone. He's like, "Yo, I thought y'all took my radio silence as a demand that my man need to get his extension." Sean Marks again, another That's So Raven moment. Had a vision of him across the street from Chick-fil-A, asking for spare change, harassing the Uber Eats drivers that be over there. The little African and Chinese guys. I'm sorry, my friend. I can't. I know my money on the app. You feel me? Then he got back on the phone with KD. Sorry, KD. You know, I don't want to lose my job. You know, the boss man said, if I don't get control of this team, I'm gonna be homeless. I'm gonna be swinging from the poles on the 4 train at the Atlantic Center, yelling Showtime. I gotta learn. He said I'm gonna have to learn them hat tricks. I'm gonna have to learn how to put my hat on my elbow like this.
I believe that he on the hot seat. I do believe that. I don't think it went down as you said, but I do feel like Sean Marks recognizes that he had no flack from Joe's side, and everybody was confident in everything Sean Marks was doing up until the James Harden situation. And again, I said that because it's not so much of the productivity, and it's like the draft capital. You know, all of the draft capital that we had, we could have utilized that and got a different player if it didn't work out with the players that we had without James Harden. I think adding James Harden was a mistake. I would have loved to see us compete with the team that we had and keep that draft capital, because the draft capital that we gave up wasn't work. And the draft capital is to say, all right, we'll trade all of these players after the offseason because we know what's going to happen. They didn't give the call for and KD and Kyrie a chance to work. That's a problem too. And that's what we're saying about now. You know, we about to have a situation about Kyrie and KD and Ben Simmons. We never got a chance to see if it work. And the fans feel like we deserve to see if it will or will not work. 44 games out in 3 seasons from Kyrie and KD. That's 7-Eleven can't be open 24 hours. You know, that got to be a 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? And I'm only saying that to say that's not a lot of games out of 3 seasons, 44 games, being specific. You know what I mean? Kyrie missed more games than he played for the Brooklyn Nets. So, again, as a fan, I feel like we deserve to see them running back. We want to see y'all running back. We shouldn't be on edge about whether y'all staying or not. Y'all should have us cool, calm, and collective. Like, yo, don't worry. We'll be back. And
as a fan, right? Not of the Nets, but just as a fan of a basketball franchise, to hear you say you want it, to hear you want to run it back with a guy who said that he doesn't want to be a part of your team anymore is hilarious. That just goes to show how desperate you are as a fan to try to win a championship.
No, I think that
screams desperation. That man literally said he doesn't want to be a part of your team no more. He said he doesn't want to be a Brooklyn Net. There's no pride with him putting on that jersey no more, bro. He don't have no pride in him putting on that jersey. He said he wanted to leave. And you sitting here saying you want to, we deserve to see them running. He don't want to be there.
We deserve to see him running back. I feel like I feel like it behooves Kevin Durant to be a Brooklyn Net because he could call it home. This is the first time. But hold on, let me say this. And this is the first time, besides Draymond Green, in my opinion, Kevin Durant got any pushback from anybody. And I think that's why he feel like, you know, the whole thing with Draymond and they had the interview or whatever to kind of, you know, smooth things over. But he don't get pushback from nobody. And this is the first time that somebody pushed back to Kevin Durant and he asked for the trade because of that. But they gonna man up and work it out.
Bro, what fans deserve, and I'm not just talking about you. Yeah, I'm talking about fans, period. What fans deserve is players that want to play for their organization. That's what y'all deserve. Y'all deserve that somebody who wants to wear the Brooklyn Net jersey with pride. Y'all ain't got that. Your 2 best players. Kyrie is on. He counting the days, the minutes, the hours where he could be reunited with LeBron James. There's no pride in him wearing that Brooklyn Net jersey. He ready to bounce. So is Kevin Durant. Kevin want to go play with Chris Paul and Devin Booker. He want to go to Phoenix. He want to wear orange and purple. He don't want to wear black and white no more, bro. And you saying the fans deserve that? The fans don't deserve that, bro. And I'm
No,
sorry,
saying,
I'm sorry that I gotta speak up for Brooklyn Net fans when Big Fan Breezy is here letting y'all down, talk about the fans deserve 2 players that don't give a F about y'all organization. That's
no,
despicable.
I didn't say that. You mixing my words, but let me clear my words up so I won't go back and forth with you. What I am saying is they only played 44 games in 3 seasons. We shouldn't be on edge about whether or not they coming back. They should want to play out of a competitive spirit to prove themselves. They should have something to prove to themselves as competitors to run it back together. I mean, 90 games for KD out of 3 seasons, 105 games with Kyrie out of 3 seasons, and 44 games collectively together. I don't think they never had a fair chance. They deserve to run it back like as best friends or whatever their relationship is. You know, they should compete and want to run it back and want to represent the Brooklyn Nets. Because at the end of the day, if it was Kyrie to convince KD to come here, you know, that's the business side of it. Before they got here, we were the underdogs, and we was happy with these weren't players that were good before they got here. Like they were what they were coming up for the Brooklyn Nets, and that was our core, and we was proud of that. You feel what I'm saying? They wanted to come to our team. You feel what I mean? Because of they like what we would. They wanted to come to our team because I guess they felt that they can be competitive with the bunch that we had. It went left when Nash was the coach, and again, this is not on KD, and I think that some of this and KD asking for a trade request, and what I was saying prior. Some of this is about KD not wanting Nash to be the coach. And part of I'm just saying this to land the plane, and part of the reason why Brian Keefe is the assistant coach, hence why Brian Keefe is the assistant coach, and why we more than likely going to have a top 10 defense next season.
You saying all that, and they should want to be they should. But the fact of the matter is that they don't. You feel me?
We don't know that. We don't.
What you mean? I don't know. He asked for a trade. What you mean you don't?
We don't know the reasons why. We don't. Maybe it's because of Nash, and they
it doesn't matter the reasons
Brian
why.
Keefe.
It doesn't matter the reasons why. What we do know is that he asked to be gone and not be a part of the team anymore. We know
but he's still on the team as well. We know that as well.
That's not by his choice, though. That's not by his choice. He doesn't want to be a part of the organization, bro. And I'm saying that listen, man. I'm sorry. I will apologize to the Brooklyn Net fan base for Big Fan Breezy, man. I don't think he should call himself Big Fan Breezy no more, man. Because he's trying to make excuse and caping for guys who said, F your franchise, I don't want to be here no more. Like, how are you defending that? That's craziness.
Bro, the same I'm not caping and capping. You spitting stains on my jacket, and I'm explaining myself after you put the stain on my jacket.
I said you caping. You feel me? I didn't say you capping. I said you caping. Now, this is coming from the same person. This is the same person that spent half of the seasons talking about how Julius Randle doesn't want to be a Knick because of him being angry on the court. But now that you got a guy who actually
he put a middle finger up at the Knicks fans. That's why.
But you got a guy who
no, that's why I said that. That's why I said that.
All right, that's fine. But you got a guy on your team that actually requested a trade. And you talk, and your response is, but he should want to be a Net. He should want to stay here.
I told you why I think he asked for the trade. I told you what, no, but I gave you a reason on why I think he asked for the trade.
And my point is, it doesn't matter. The end result is him saying that he doesn't want to be a Net no more.
But he's still a Nets. That's the end result. But that's the real end result. Is he's still a Nets?
But that's not by his choice. You feel me?
It's still an end result. At the end of the day, when you lay your Knicks fan head down, KD is still a Brooklyn Nets.
But it's not by his choice. If he had his choice, he wouldn't be here. And that's my point. You feel me? That's my point. He doesn't want to be a part of your team. You're caping for somebody who doesn't want to be a part of the team. That
I just told you how I see it. I'm not caping.
You are caping. You making excuses for him. You're making excuses for him.
I'm saying no. Did you miss my whole argument? You missed my whole argument.
I didn't. I heard exactly
So,
what you said.
so what?
He
So what
doesn't
did I
want to be
say?
here.
What was the caping
I'm
part?
about to tell you. He doesn't want to be here because I think he doesn't want Steve Nash to be the coach. It doesn't matter because what he could
it
do.
does matter.
Because it doesn't.
Michael
Because what he
Jordan
could
didn't
do.
want to play with the Bulls because Phil Jackson wasn't going to be his coach. Why it don't matter?
Because what he could have did, what we haven't heard, what news that we haven't heard was him going to Sean Marks and be like, "Hey, I don't want him to be the coach no more." The news that we did hear was that Kyrie didn't get his extension, and immediately after Kyrie had to resign his opt into his contract, Kevin Durant goes, "I don't want to be a net no more. Trade me." It wasn't. We didn't. Where have you heard Kevin Durant say, "I don't want Steve Nash to be the coach"? Where did you get that? Where did you get that information from? Or are you just making it up? Are you?
No,
This is how I feel on the inside.
No, I'm explaining. If you asking me the question, I'm answering the question. When they found out, when it was public news that it wasn't KD's decision to make Steve Nash the coach, all of that came from that. Everything, my perspective came from that. And the significance is you and other Knicks fans and other fans said Steve Nash wouldn't be a Brooklyn Nets coach if it wasn't for KD. That been the cap for 3 seasons now, and now that's new news that we did not know about. And everything that everything that I was saying is because of that. So I'm not caping. I'm saying that's to me a legitimate reason on why he would push back so much.
Did you hear?
I didn't tell you I heard it nowhere. I just explained that whole entire thing without saying that I heard it from somewhere. I told you where it comes from.
And just like we did, make an assumption that KD was the one who got Steve Nash there. You're making an assumption that the reason why he's leaving is because of Steve Nash. You don't have no proof behind it, just like we didn't have any proof behind.
I ain't say I did.
We didn't, and that's my point, bro. You're making excuses for him. That's an excuse.
It's my perspective. I don't think it's an excuse. I think coaching.
When it's no fact behind it, when there's no fact behind it, it's an excuse. You just made an excuse.
Nah.
I think you started with, I think the reason why he's
that's a perspective. It's not an excuse.
It's excuse, especially when the fact is that
I feel like
my point is he doesn't want to be a net. It doesn't even matter why.
I feel like good coaching.
He doesn't want to be a net.
Good coaching is synonymous with winning championships, and hence Brian Keefe. And I'm telling you, I told y'all this. I want to keep saying what I said. Remember that Brian Keefe is an assistant coach for the Brooklyn Nets, and all of that Nash stuff, he got help now. Somebody that groomed KD to be the player that he is, or at least tried to help him. And I only said that because of the experience he got with KD when KD was at his prime and getting better, not even at his prime, just getting better year after year in OKC. Brian Keefe is significant for that reason. And part of the reason why I think he's brought here is because what Nash couldn't do. And Brian Keefe could help Nash in the defensive department, in the player development department, because in the press conference, Sean Marks said that KD was in charge of player development. So that's not true. Brian Keefe, they brung him in, and he's going to be part of the player development. Shout out to Cal Corver, but we don't need him. We got a defense coordinator, and we got Brian Keefe, assistant coach, and Brian Keefe, and he's going to help us going forward. I'm not worried. I'm not even worried. Trust me.
And again,
we going to the playoffs.
It's still, and I said yes. And I already answered that. So why would you ask that silly question?
Because you were wrong last season.
And again, you said y'all was going to win a championship, and you was wrong last season. So don't do that.
I'm just saying why.
You said y'all was going to beat the Celtics, and you was wrong last year. You said y'all was going to win your first and second home games, and you was wrong last year. So
we beat y'all. I was right about that.
Yeah, hang your banners for that, because that's what y'all got KD
City
and Kyrie
champions.
for.
City champions.
That's the only thing. Look,
City champions.
That's
man.
the only championship y'all know about. Yeah, but anyway, back to what I was about to say. Again, none of that addressed the fact that KD said he doesn't want to be a net no more.
Bro, I did address it.
No, you gave hypotheticals of why he may not want to be there. But what I'm saying is,
I'm saying he's still a Brooklyn Nets.
And I'm saying that's not by his choice.
Okay.
That's
But
not
he's
by his
still
choice.
here, and he's a hooper. He's gonna be professional.
He doesn't
So-
want to be. There's no pride behind that, and this is coming from a person who always talking about pride of the Nets and pride of players playing for the Nets and all this stuff. Now that doesn't matter no more.
I didn't
Pride
say
of
it
playing
didn't
for the
matter.
team.
I never
No,
said it don't matter.
Kind of you are. It was
I
saying that
no.
he's
Say
a-
your words.
he's-
I say my words. I ain't say that.
What you're saying is,
It
but he's
didn't
still here though. But he's still here. So
Yeah.
you're pretty much saying that pride doesn't matter for your team.
No, I'm not saying
Because-
that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. You said that.
You kind of are, bro.
No,
because
you said
because
that. I kind of
if
did
a
not
person-
say that.
So if a person asks for a trade and he's only there now because the GM doesn't want to trade him for what he deems less than his value, not because he said, "Hey, I don't want to be traded no more." He just because they didn't find a deal that was appeasing to him. Now the guy still wants to be traded. So you think he's playing for your organization with pride when he'd rather be elsewhere?
I'm saying he gonna compete at a high level.
So
and he-
again,
And
so-
hold on, let me finish. You asking me the question? I mean, are you gonna tell me when I'm finished too? I think he's gonna compete at a high level, and once he's out there with Kyrie Irving, the same reason why they wanted to come and play on this team together, they're gonna get that magic back when they're on the floor, and they're gonna be rejuvenated to win it all. That's how I feel. That's how I look at it. Yeah, KD going through something with the Brooklyn Nets. I feel like man to man,
high hopes.
to KD, they gonna work it out,
That's high
and
hopes.
with KD gonna play at a high level when he get
That's
off.
high hopes because you talk about him getting
I
back
got
on the
high
court.
hopes.
You talk about him getting back on the court and creating magic with another guy who doesn't want to be on your team. How does that sound?
I'm
Where's
saying,
the pride? Your two best players.
where did you
your two-
see Kyrie didn't want to be on the team? He wanted the extension, but where did
Bro.
you see that he went and want to be on the team?
The fact that he's barely
No,
talking.
where did you see it? Where's your source?
My source is him saying if he knew what I knew now, I would be playing with LeBron James in LA. The fact that in the summer league, instead of sitting with the Brooklyn Nets, he was sitting there, LeBron James. What you talking about? Where's my source? My two eyes. That's my source. And
That's
my
your
two ears.
opinion.
That's not my opinion.
I
I'm
still
I'm
feel like
watching
he's
him
gonna play at
going
a high level when he plays for
I'm
the Brooklyn
watching
Nets.
him
He's still
going
on the
to.
roster.
I watch him going out his way to be around LeBron James right now, and him saying the words that if I knew what I knew now, I would be playing with LeBron James. If that's not a hey, I'm trying to go to LA to be with my guy, I don't know what is.
Even if it is, he's still a Brooklyn Nets.
You could be naive, but not by choice. There's no pride in that. And this is coming from a person that used to sit here and every week I have to hear you talk about the pride of the Brooklyn Nets, the pride that KD and Kyrie play with for being the Brooklyn Nets. And that's what made wait, hold on. And that's what make the difference in games because they playing with pride for playing
That's
with
a
the Brooklyn
fact.
Nets. Now they don't even want to be on your team, and you telling me they gonna play with pride for being on your team?
I'm
when
saying
don't
they
even
could
wanna
get it
be
back.
there?
I'm saying it's possible that they get it back. It's possible.
It's 9:30. We got to get off this because this guy is going. He bugging.
It's possible.
I can't listen to him no
Listen,
more. He bugging.
what I will say is going in with all that being said, not trying to diss and all of this extra shit. With all that being said, we going into next season the underdogs, and part of that feels good because when we were winning games, when we were the underdogs, I remember that, and I'm looking forward. Listen, being the underdog right now feel great, and I'm saying we the underdogs. Listen, how could we be the favorites with everything you just said? If we got listen, I'm just being honest. If we talking and you saying that we got players on our team that don't even want to be on the team, how are we the favorite? We not the favorite. We the underdogs. So you can't have it both ways. I don't get it.
Y'all not underdogs. You know what an underdog is?
Bro, we not
Do you know
expected to
the
win. The
definition?
team that if
Do
they
you know
win,
the
they're not expected to win.
Do you
That's
know
what
what
an
the
underdog
definition
is.
of underdog is?
I just explained.
The underdog is the person that you have no expectations of. The person, underdog is somebody
Not the favorite. It's underdogs and favorites. I won't say no.
Underdog is somebody that you be like, I expect them to be like 8th seed. That's an underdog, not somebody that even though they're not expected to win the championship, but still expected to be somewhere in the top 4 seeds just because of the names that's on their roster. That's not an underdog.
I don't think I'm not saying I expected us to be a top four.
The team that what y'all had before KD and Kyrie arrived, those are what you call underdogs.
Underdogs, yeah.
The team with KD and Kyrie on it, whether they want to be there or not, is not underdogs.
If they don't want to be there, so I mean, that's the both sides shit.
Because off their resume alone, they're expected to play at a high level. What I'm saying is, it's not both sides. What I'm saying is, what the ultimate goal for that team is with those guys on a roster, which is a championship, for them not to have any pride to play for your team, y'all not going to reach that goal. I'm not saying that they're going to be underdogs because they're not. They're not.
Bro, I'm not saying what you said. I'm saying what I said. And I'm saying that because they don't have the morale, and I feel like that plays into competitive spirit. If you don't have the morale to think like you want to win with these guys, your teammates, you're not the favorite to win it because you're not going to give it your all. You just want to make sure you don't get injured or whatever.
But that doesn't make you an underdog. Just because you're not the favorite to win it all doesn't make you an underdog.
We disagree. I feel like an underdog is the team that's not expected to win it.
The underdog is the runt
that's
of
my
the
definition
litter. That's an underdog. The underdog is the runt of the litter. That's what an underdog is. Not somebody that's mid to upper tier of the pack. I'm
talking about
underdog.
The team, far as based on what we've seen, and I'm not talking about what they accolades before the Brooklyn Nets. I'm talking about what we've seen on the Brooklyn Nets. We the underdogs if they don't want to be there.
You're not. You're not, because I guarantee when the odds come out from Vegas, the odds for the Nets to win a championship ain't gonna be that low. An underdog is somebody that has to overcome tremendous and insurmountable odds to win. That's what an underdog is.
If they don't want to be there, we under those odds. If they don't want to be there,
KD and Kyrie on the same team, no matter if they want to be there or not, no matter if they hate the team, will never be underdogs. Never.
Listen,
with that being said, I'm out. I gotta go spend time with my kids, bro. I only got for like 2 days.
In signing off, what I will say is I will always be big fan Breezy, never taking off my jersey. That's why I got my name on the back of the Brooklyn Nets jersey, not a player, because I'm a fan of the team, not a fan of the players. So listen, if we're gonna see what's gonna happen. It's a lot of chit chat. But we're going to see exactly what's going to happen going forward, and I'm confident. We swept the Knicks 2 seasons in a row. Look for more of that action, and we're going to set the date soon. Thank y'all for tuning in.
I'm just tired of hearing soon, bro. I'm tired of hearing soon.
Exactly. Underdog is the opposite of favorite. Simple. No, the Nets aren't favorites, so technically they're underdogs. This is exactly what I'm saying. This is exactly what I'm saying.
That don't make him right. He's wrong too.
No,
he's
bro.
Wrong too.
It is what it is, bro. If you the favorite or the underdog, that's how it is in sports.
No, it's not.
And sports is not favorite or underdog.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Of course it is.
No, it's
There's
not.
always a favorite in the underdog,
bro. No, it's not. Now you trying to make it into a super vague and broad term. No, it's not.
Nah, you saying
underdog?
Favorite underdogs. That's what I'm saying. That's simple.
Kenneth is just as wrong as you are. It's not the exact opposite of the favorite. No, it's not.
Y'all supposed to
The underdog.
What about your team, man? Because y'all missed the playoffs.
Listen, I am worried about my team, and we spoke about my worries about my team. And just like you have an opinion about my team, I have an opinion about your team.
It's an opinion.
So exactly, and I'm saying that y'all not underdogs. You're not. That's a fact. That's a fact. He talking about you. Talking about you. You talking about Barry? Talking about you.
Oh, but they don't believe the wisdom that I bestow upon them.
No,
this is Barry's the bad part of them calling me a Knicks fan.
You a Knicks fan.
Bro, I told him about Kemba, Noel. I told him about all of these guys, and they didn't want to listen. But anyway,
and I told you about KD. I told you about Kyrie. I told you about James Harden. Like, you don't want to listen to me. And what your term is, I'm not listening to you because you a Knicks fan. That's your term. And I was right about all those things. I was right about all
some
those
of it.
things. I was right about all those things.
I was right too. I ain't getting no credit.
I was right about telling you that KD and Kyrie was not going to work in Brooklyn. and hasn't worked so far. I was right about telling you when y'all got KD. I said, yo, he's not going to play a lot because that injury is going to affect him and his body. And what we've been talking about the last 2 seasons.
No, we know that though. We knew that.
We've been talking about how
We
the hip
didn't need you
bone
to
is
tell us
connected
that.
to
We
the
knew
thigh
that.
bone. You feel me? I've been right about all that. You feel me? So, but your terminology for me is I'm not listening to you because you a Knick fan. That's what you say.
Bro, that's what I said. I listened to you this entire time. I ain't never said I'm that, bro. It depends what you're saying, but specifically in this podcast, I have not said that. So my point is, going forward for the Brooklyn Nets, after the 2 sweeps that we did since we started this podcast, we ain't lose to the Knicks yet. All of that spicy talk, remember, I'm bringing the dustpan, young man, because every time y'all talk this chat, y'all get nothing but work from me. But the point is,
work,
bro,
work.
every time y'all talk this, every time y'all talk
on this
like
podcast, you might as well
listen,
be standing on the unemployment line, bro.
Bro,
You ain't getting no work yet.
Bro,
what are you talking about?
When it come down to it, I was right every time I said the Nets was going to beat the Knicks for 1. For 2, when it come down to how I broke down the Knicks and what the priorities was, I was right about maybe some of that. And who was going to leave on your team? I was definitely right about that.
No, you wasn't. No, you wasn't.
Bro,
no, you wasn't. Because last year,
Burke should be out of there, but y'all re-signed him. And Kemba should have never came on the team. That's the 3 things that I said. And I said,
no. Last season, you what you was pounding your chest about. Julius Randle don't want to beat it. He going, I smell a trade. Julius Randle don't want to do it. Yeah. Now you don't care. Now that you're wrong. Now that you're wrong, you don't care. But you care. But you care about being right about Kemba Walker and Noel. Man, get out of here. You be chatting, bro. Yo, I holla at y'all, man.
Yo, big fan, appreciate the building.
He be out here chatting.
Name on my back, man.
He be chatting,
Name
bro.
on my back, man.
He be chatting, bro. All right, yo. Y'all be eating.